All right, we are live with the podcast. Let's go full screen. Whoa, I forgot to mute my TV. There's my chat, second chat. Okay, so yes, the podcast episode 6. Jesus, 6 episodes already, huh? 6 weeks of podcast. That is insane to think about. So I hope everybody's having a good day. As per usual, we all have airhead today. That's the best way of putting it because my brain ain't working. Susie's brain ain't working, and Jesse's brain ain't fucking working. So this is gonna be a great podcast. How to make topics when your brain ain't working.
It's the best way to make topics when your brain ain't working because I know with me, when my brain is broken, I'm like, no filter, let's get.
So that's when all the crazy stuff comes
Yeah,
out. When nobody's brain is working.
but
It's like borderline drunk.
it's basically at this point. I try to think though. Like, let me think. Where? What? Talk about Pepsi, I guess.
See,
Oh, fucking
see, I was gonna say that would actually be an interesting stream, but you don't drink normally, but just have like a drinking stream where it's the podcast and see where the conversation goes from there.
That might not be a good idea for many reasons. And I'm not going to say why, but that
Jesse's like, I like the idea. I can see that.
No, you know.
We'll wait till like the holiday season. That seems more fitting for like, oh, you're indoor drinking your like peppermint schnapps and hot chocolate. Let's have like a campfire or a fireplace talk.
How about we wait until October and we see?
That's
Actually, that seems like a good idea for like a Christmas stream.
Maybe.
Just like
eggnog and.
But I'm not the biggest
like
drinker.
that
Anyway.
eggnog.
I just wanted to make sure your volume was good. I'm just not the biggest drinker, so it's like
Yeah.
never. And Twitch kind of frowns upon alcohol on stream these days.
But that's why it's not straight up.
Yeah.
It's like mix of something. You got your apple juice, you got your Coke, you got your Stormy Nights or your hot cocoa. That's what you do. Like Jesse said, you do your hot cocoa with peppermint schnapps.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
I've been drinking that since I was like 14.
But I'm just thinking, like, actually, that's a good topic. When was your first drink? Like, when's your first alcoholic drink? What age? You said 14, or?
And where did my mom gave it to me?
Oh, that's fair enough.
She was always one of those like, especially like, she has friends from like England and stuff where, I don't know, over there like at Italy at Christmas, like from a young age, you have a small glass of wine to cheers your family with and stuff like that. Like it's more common and accepted. And my mom was always like that. She's like, I'd rather you have a small drink. It's not like it was loaded or anything, but like here and there from when you're young, so that way when you do reach the age of drinking, it's not like jumping off the deep and getting blackout drunk with zero like preparation into it and stuff like that. So
exactly,
that's where it came from, drinking from a younger age. But it wasn't, like I said, it was one drink like on the coldest night of the year or something, or on Christmas Eve. Or it wasn't anything like, oh yeah, she's letting me get drunk at 14. No, it was.
What about you, Susie?
Yeah, so I can't remember because like Jesse's situation, we were, as long as we were drinking responsible, you know. We weren't said or told that we can't drink, but if we were offered a drink, like if my dad offered us a drink or something, that's fine. And it was mainly in the holidays, so like Christmas, New Year's, birthdays. Mainly Christmas and New Year's, we'd have like champagne or something. And I honestly can't even remember how old I was. I remember seeing like my uncles and relatives drinking at a younger age, but I can't remember how old I was when I first had my sip of beer. That was like under 10. That was probably between 7 and 8.
Jeez, that is young. For me, I think the first bit of alcohol I had was when I was 12, and that was at my friend's house years and years ago. This guy was loaded now, you know, came from the rich, posh, and money wasn't an issue kind of bullshit. They had a Guinness tap, for fuck's sake, in their basement. They lived in a mansion. That was a lot of fun around there, you know, BB guns. He had a quad bike, all this, and he was around my age. I was like, you know, the rich bastard. Like, why couldn't I have that money, you know? But yeah, that was my
got
first
born into the wrong side of the family.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's like when that show Bridgerton came out. And it was all like the balls and everything, and people were posting, they're like, this is what like people have taken away from us, and somebody commented, and they're like, no, they still have these balls in the same halls, and you're just not invited, and you wouldn't have been then either.
Mm.
It's like, oh wow, that's a rude awakening. Thank you for that.
Exactly. No, the one thing I'm
But
glad I never got into is drugs, to be honest with you, because a lot of people at a young age with drink comes drugs. It goes hand in hand with them. Yes, I have smoked weed. Don't get me wrong. Don't class that as a drug. That isn't really a drug to me. But I've
different.
never done any hard drugs because like I've seen people with the side effects of them, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not worth it looking like a crackhead walking around with losing your teeth, fucking anorexic looking motherfucker. No, thank you. Never worth it. And like I do feel sorry in a way from them people because a lot of them didn't like. Yeah, they took the first one, the second one, or third, whatever, got them addicted, but then they couldn't help themselves. And at the end of the day, what can you do about it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, no, I was gonna. I definitely agree with that. Like, I never got into drugs. I saw them. I just always thought it was stupid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even when I go to the doctor, when prescriptions like hydro, fentanyl, and stuff like that. Like, I've been prescribed hydro when I went to the dentist, and they're like, only take this if you feel like you need it. And I had it, and I literally never touched it. So it's like I paid, what was it, $40, $50 for it for something that I never used. So that's just me because I know how easy those can, F
Yeah,
you up basically.
for me with paracetamol or painkillers, I will take them very rarely. Like I mean, to the point where I'll have to be in absolute agony or feeling like shit before I take anything. Like after the COVID injection, I had two headaches. I don't get headaches, but I ended up with two headaches after the first COVID injection, and I haven't had a headache in like 2 years. And for me to need to go and take paracetamol because it's right, it was on the temple right here. When you just get that headache and you're like trying to massage it out or whatever. Could
Yeah.
not get rid of the fucking thing. I was like, ugh. And I'm hoping I'm getting my second COVID injection now Wednesday, and I'm hoping for the life of me I don't end up just bedridden. So if there isn't any streams actually for a couple of
I've
days
heard
after
of
that, that's the reason why.
sorry. I was gonna say, I've heard a lot of people that I obviously everybody's different and
Hmm.
it's whatever happens, but I know a lot of people that if they had trouble with the first shot, they did not have issues with the second one. So hopefully it'll be the same for you.
Yeah, my mother on the other hand had a sore arm in the first one, and then got very sick on the second one. And I think at the
I've
end of
heard
the
that
day,
as well.
mm,
Yeah.
it depends on your
That's
immune
how
system. I think. Sorry for interrupting.
I was I was just gonna say that's how it is for me. When I got the first shot, I felt fine. Like I literally had a sore arm. And then the second one I didn't feel like super sick, but I was just exhausted. So
Mm-hmm.
then again, my brain is in a fog and I can't remember. I could be completely wrong.
But what I find as well is there is still misinformation out there. Yeah, there are a majority of people or a minority of people, like less people. They do have severe side effects and a hospital ridden. That's any vaccine can do that. Even the flu vaccine can do that to you. And that thing has been around for how many years?
Well, it's got to get
And its
updated
one
every year.
was
But
Mm.
yeah.
But it still has side effects, and the flu vaccine is only 45% effective, as is. Like that's the research that's out there on it. And like there are people that will die even if from the flu as well. Like what makes me laugh is I saw this thing on TikTok earlier about how many people have died from COVID, and people on starvation. 6 million people a year die from starvation alone. So
Yeah.
you know, this is my point. This is why this is overreaction, as I was saying last time. Overreaction to the COVID is literally an overreaction. So that's just me.
well, like I said, it depends on who you're talking to. People who obviously can't handle it, it's not an
Oh yeah, of
overreaction
course.
because like my job, I'm there to protect the people that I'm taking care of. And so if I get sick, I can't go to work
Yeah,
because especially if it's COVID, they're going to get sick and they have a higher chance of dying than like you or Jesse,
of course.
you know.
That
And so that's why I said it depends on like who you're going with. So
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But I'm saying like for the healthy people that don't have any underlying health conditions, the ones that will actually not get sick or carry it, we're suffering as well because the simple fact is they put everybody under the same brush instead of testing people properly. Okay, you aren't carrying it and you're not going to get affected by it. Everybody had to get suffering the same way. It's just that's where I was like, "Ugh, here's my mental health decreasing rapidly. 7 months locked inside in a room or a house with nothing to do when you're active 6 days a week beforehand. That's when everything gets you, and a lot of
well,
dark thoughts could get you at that point as well. What are you saying?
I was just gonna say, yeah, you may be locked indoors, but that's and like nothing to do, but at the same time, that's where you've learned to adapt. Even if you were physical before that, you don't just go to not being, you know, being able to do anything physically. You can still work out in your own home. It's whether you decide to or not.
So boring. It was actually so boring. Like I tried, and you lose motivation very quick. I did it for like the first lockdown. I did for 6 weeks. Second lockdown, a week, and I was bored because when at the gym, you're not just going there to work out. You socialize. You talk to people. You have banter. It's not just, oh, I'm going to go and push weight. No, I've met some friends up in the gym. I work out with people up there. You make friendships. Social aspect is a very prominent thing because a lot of people think going to the gym is just to get bigger. For some people, it is like IFBB pros, the ones that are getting on the stage. But for most people, they're just going to clear their head and keep their mental health in check.
That's something actually that like Tyler Shim, whatever I call him on here, and I are really different about. So the first shot, and I just stayed home for whatever. So it was like you said, like 6 months or whatever. And he still had to go to work every day. He came into contact with someone that had COVID, so he had to self
Oh yeah.
quarantine for the 2 or 3 weeks or whatever it is. And by the end of the 2 weeks, he was going so stir crazy. And I'm like, I've been doing this for like 4.5, 5 months at this point. And he's like, I don't know how you do it. And obviously it's all different types, but like for me, I love being alone. I don't like having to socialize if I don't want to. And I do a lot of things to keep me busy. Like, yeah, I sit and watch TV for 5 hours or whatever, but I would crochet a scarf during that time. So like keeping your mind at rest busy was a big thing for me, whereas like Shim doesn't have any hobbies like that. Like he's playing video games. So he'd play video games for like 5 hours the first day, and by like the third day he's tired of it, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm writing my Dungeons and Dragons campaign, or I'm building the 3D set for it, or like, and I have all these other like hobbies that pre-COVID I didn't have time for a lot of it, so I was kind of like having a heyday with lockdown. For me, like that's a very certain type of person that flourished in this kind of setting.
For me, not so much, because I am such an talkative person and such a social person. When I got locked inside, like, I could play guitar, but how much guitar could you actually play before your fingers start to hurt? Like, even though I've been playing 8-9 years, after about 2 hours of strumming on a guitar, your fingers still hurt, no matter how strong your calluses are. I used to game a lot, but I've kind of eased back on the gaming a bit because I'm trying to actually live my life a bit more and not revolving around games. Yes, I enjoy streaming games and stuff like that. Yes, I did have a burnout week this week where everything was just weird. But for the most part, I am so social. I will literally rather go up to the gym and have a laugh with someone and do a little bit of exercise than go mad into pushing weight the whole time. Yes, there is times where I like to be on my own in the gym and just focus on a workout. But 9 times out of 10, I need that social.
Missed everything.
Do you need me to repeat? Susie? Hello? All right, when we lose it, but anyway. Yeah, so it's the different personalities, But even the most introverted person needs to socialize every now and again. Because we are social creatures by nature.
Socialization like this.
Yeah, this is still
in person ever again.
Exactly, this is still socialization, but it's a different type. It doesn't give you that same mental stimulation that actually having a person there and you can have, say, one-on-one conversation with someone in person is different to having a three-way conversation here.
Right.
That's the way I see it.
All right, back.
There we go. Okay, so we did lose you.
Sorry, my headphones like disconnected from the thing and it wouldn't go back into the microphone. So yeah, it's like, screw you. I could barely hear you guys. I had to push it all the way up and it's like, okay, now you guys are really loud.
All right, so what I was saying, for my whole personality, I'm a social person. I like interacting with people, and I get very bored very easy because the only hobbies I have is a guitar and playing the PlayStation, or that's really it. And I'm trying to find more hobbies, but in my town there's very little things to be doing, unfortunately, and a lot of things, just don't pique my interest. I was actually thinking of offering guitar lessons, but every time I offer guitar lessons, nobody They say, yeah, I'll do it. And they'd be free. I offer them for free. They say, yeah, I'll do it. And then they never turn up. But what I'm going to do, I think, tomorrow is put it up on Marketplace and charge like a $5 a client. And see if I can get people to actually do some guitar lessons. That way I can make a little bit of extra money and, teach a skill that I am actually able to teach very effectively. Because I remember what it's like starting from scratch with guitar. Unlike a lot of people, they think everybody be able to do a G chord straight away. Not as easy as you think, So.
Wait a minute.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. I'm listening. I'm just looking for stuff. Looking for stuff for work.
You think you would have done that before the stream?
No. So I had them all right here. I had them all on my desk, and I swear I thought I had one of the ones that I'm supposed to turn in this week, but I don't know where it's at.
By the way, we are very professional here. Isn't it?
I never said that I wasn't a professional.
Super. I'm here looking. I'm multitasking too.
Yeah, I'm looking at like 2 chats and there no comments yet at the end of the day. But maybe somebody might comment a topic or people might come in eventually. Let's hope so. Anyway, but like at the end of the day,
Not my fault.
What's not your fault?
It's not my fault. You seem that I was professional.
I didn't say you were professional. I was joking. It was be sarcasm that we're professionals. I said all 3 of us. I'm one of the least professional people here.
Super duper.
But let's think. So with the whole introvert, extrovert, and I don't even know. There's kind of a middle ground between introvert and extrovert.
That's me.
Yeah. So sometimes you really like going out, socializing. Other times you just want time by yourself or time with just one person or whatever. And then there's other times where you just want to be like, fuck the world. I'm not in the mood for you. Not today.
I'm very much so like, if you can get me out, if like I agree to go out and actually like make it there, I have the best time. I'm like in the middle of everything. I'm making sure everyone's entertained and having a good time and everything. But it's getting me there.
Yes.
If like I used to joke when I worked a waitressing job, so I'd get done at like 10 o'clock at night. If my friends didn't catch me with a text within my first like 5 minutes of being home, I wasn't going out because my pants would already be off. And I'm like, I'm not putting on another pair of pants because I wasn't like mentally prepared to do that.
Like,
so they would all know to text me before the end of my shift, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm up and going, so sure, why not? But if I'm like in the whole physics thing of like object in rest stays in rest, and that's very much me. Like if I'm home and chilling, like I'm good. But once I'm out and going, I can keep going.
Yeah, because last night I got a text off a couple of the lads as I was streaming or yesterday. They were like, do you want to come drinking? I was like, no. I have no interest in alcohol right now. First off, all my money's in savings. Secondly, I don't feel like going getting twisted because every time I go with that crowd, that is what happens because it's the atmosphere that's there, It's just drink, drink, drink. And you're just like, okay. Then you wake up the day after. Not okay. No, this was not okay. No. I'm dying. Somebody give me something slow and painful here. Hey, how you getting on, Denise? Well, it's up.
Hi, Denise. Sorry, I noticed it because...
How'd you notice him?
Yeah. Oh, because he claimed he redeemed the freestyle with a random word.
Where? I didn't see. Oh, I did. What's your random word? And then I have to go to Spotify and get a backing track. So we're going to go back into this menu here. And I got to open Spotify.
I need to get
Pokemon.
External.
Oh, for the love of God!
Oh,
how the hell am I gonna do a freestyle?
I like it. Here.
I like it too.
All right. If Spotify will load right now, we get this started. But Spotify has been a pain in the ass. Come on, let's hope my stream doesn't freeze because I'm going on Spotify. Let's see now. Gotta get it. But that's the thing though. Is I'm the same way. Like I'm half extrovert and half in. Well, I'm more 75% extrovert and like 25% introvert, basically. That's me. All right, I'm getting a backing track here real quick. Let's hope I can find a good one today. There's nothing worse than when you find a bad one. Okay, this is 4 minutes. Let's listen to this. Oh. Alright, I can deal. That is a fast one.
What?
I'm sorry, this backing track on this is just a fast backing track. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying the puzzle pieces actually fit together.
Yo, I'm here when I'm on the flow.
That
Motherfuckers there
puzzle
when I
piece-
go. That shit's real. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna capture all the Pokemon around the place, and that shit's a fucking disgrace. Because you battle them, they go and die. That shit is really crying. It makes me cry when Pikachu is on the floor, maybe dying. I don't know what I do. I get sad inside because the game babies it down for you. But if it was like a reality, we'd be like, oh wait, he's bleeding there on the floor. Heal him, fuck's sake. I don't know what I do with this rap though. I'm gonna be here when I know I'm up on the floor. I'm sick of that shit here though. Dog is wrapped up in the cable for real. You're gonna unplug the mic, Snow. Come over this way, really. Come on. What did I tell you? Anyway, there's your Pokemon rap. God damn it. Dog got
I was
wrapped in the
finished
cable.
someone. I feel that, Denise. Like I want to get a new job, like so badly. But then I think about it. A new job would mean an interview, and an interview would mean me having to mentally prepare myself, and that just seems like so much stress for me, right?
Like,
So I understand that feeling.
because I'm qualified in the whole retail sector and business, and as being a manager, I'm qualified for that. We had to do interview practice in my course, and there was a lot of people that had anxiety and stuff like that towards interviews, even though it was with their classmates that they've been with for like 5 or 6 months. They had that whole thing. So the main thing we learned when it comes to that, when you get anxiety or you get nervous, is just take a deep breath, focus on one spot on the wall. Don't even focus on the person in front of you. Focus on one spot on the wall and then just talk. Because a lot of the times, if you're just focused on one little object, you have a better chance of getting a successful interview than if you're focusing and looking around you and everything else and getting nervous because you're seeing one person in front of you. It's that mental preparedness that helped a lot of people. Obviously, like, I had no issues doing it. So
So here's the issue with that though. It's a different culture thing. And talked about this in like the training that I had too with my job.
Mhm.
But like over there it's that might be considered fine. But over here it's all about eye contact. If you're not having eye contact with the person interviewing, then it's like to them it's something wrong. Are they not interested in this job? Are they lying?
Unprofessional.
Yeah, it's very unprofessional to not have eye contact.
But
So that's why it's a different situation here. And like it's a completely different culture
oh yeah,
stance that a lot of people don't seem to understand. And it's like it doesn't matter what race you are, you have culture regardless.
true.
You can be the whitest person and you have culture because culture isn't defined by your race or your ethnicity.
yeah.
It's defined by your actions and how you were raised.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I agree.
People don't know. There's apparently people who do not understand that.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people out there. For me, I've always suffered with eye contact with people. It's just part of my brain. There's people out there that just do not. I have a lot of confidence and I have a lot of that, but eye contact has just always been my weak point, no matter what. But it's just about practicing the eye contact, even with just someone, a friend or anything. Just get that practice of eye contact with them because you feel more comfortable. And then what I used to do with my friend when he was practicing for an exam or a physical exam where you have to actually do actions and get them in the right order and make sure. I used to pretend I was a tutor, had the sheet in front of me, and I was like, okay, first thing you do. So I have him memorize the sheet and then get him to keep going over and over and over until he had 100% without needing to look at the sheet. And same thing with the eye contact. I was like, okay, just keep the eye contact. Let's keep doing this because it's things you have to learn over time. A lot of times eye contact doesn't come naturally to people. It's very weird staring at somebody's eyes, I'm not gonna lie, for a long period of time. We all get nervous of it. Even I get nervous. So, you know. But, I guess, yeah. But what else? What else?
That's not. I always feel bad. That's not something I can comment on because I don't have anxiety, and I feel like it's one of those things that if you don't have it, you cannot even fathom or pretend to understand it. So I tend to not comment on things like this.
Yeah, for me though, it's
But
not.
I mean,
Oh, sorry. Go.
I should say just because you don't have it, like it's still getting your point of view from it, like how you managed to do it. Because we're talking about the negatives of not having eye contact. Obviously, having eye contact is a positive
Yeah,
thing. So, like getting your side from that, the good side would, it's still something.
exactly.
I mean, I guess like interviews I feel like are just always a little nerve-wracking.
Mm.
Like I remember going to one and being nervous, but like not anxious over them ever. I don't know. I was just raised in my high school and everything, and I was raised by my mom to always like make eye contact because it's respectful.
Yeah, of course.
And then in high school, I had this professor who he made us do a presentation. I think we had 6 throughout the year, and every time you had to improve, and if you didn't, you had to redo it. So you were the first time you said or like X amount of times, he'd keep track. And the next time you had to be under that amount. And by the last time, you were only allowed to say or like in your presentation 5 times. And you had to keep eye contact with the class the entire time. You couldn't turn your back to the class to point to something on the board. You had to do it all like front facing. So I think that had a ton to do with like why eye contact and stuff doesn't make me nervous, because he just went so hard on it. And he's told us, he's like, I'm not trying to embarrass you or make a fool of you. I'm just trying to like put pressure on you. You're just going to be get in the real world. You're going to feel nervous and pressured to perform a certain way in job interviews and stuff. And so he was doing this to kind of get us used to the feeling of being out of our comfort zone, I guess.
Course.
So that's kind of where all of that came from for me. I don't know.
See,
Other than that, just wing it.
Yeah, you're not
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, you're not the only person that can't make eye contact. So many people, I say majority of people out there struggle with eye contact. Even if you're brought up in a household with eye contact, it's still hard, because even it's part of my just brain chemistry. It's part of my disability, weirdly enough. My dyslexia makes it hard for me to make eye contact. Because with dyslexia, there's so many different aspects to your brain that people don't understand, and there's so many different levels of dyslexia that people do not seem to get. They don't. Some people don't even think dyslexia is a disability, and I'm like, hold the fuck up. I struggle with like reading and writing. My brain goes 100 miles per hour a lot of the time because of my disability, and trying to slow that shit down, because a lot of the time I skim over words when I'm reading chat, because my brain moves faster than my mouth can fucking process. So I'm like, yep, there we go. I thought I read it right, missed like 100 fucking words or 2 words or whatever, and then it doesn't make sense to me. And then they're like, you didn't read it properly. And I read it back and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't. So it's fun, you know.
Do you feel like the good thing is, maybe not right now with people that are hiring, because they're usually higher ups or whatever, and usually a little bit older, but within the next, you're already starting to, but within the years, I think you're going to see a huge difference in the hiring process and what is deemed professional. It's not because the world is becoming so much more aware of abilities and social anxiety and all of that. And with all the kids these days with having social anxiety, from my nephew got diagnosed with social anxiety at the age of like 6.
That's ridiculous. The age of 6.
Believe me, I'm all for, like, I believe in all of it, but there's certain things that I'm like, they're only acting and behaving that way because they were told about it at such a young age.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're kind of enabling them to have these issues from a young age.
Yeah.
But I'm not a psychologist, so I have no idea. But I think you're going to see a huge change, because these kids that are growing up with being diagnosed with social anxiety since the age of 5, that are going to be sort of babied in a good way, particularly if you really need it. But still kind of babied through this and handheld. There's going to have to be a change in the real world, because people aren't going to be ready for it. And
that's where it comes down to the whole putting children in front of phones and tablets as well at a young age. It gives them social anxiety, because they don't know how, they're so busy on their phones, they don't know how to socialize or communicate. Because I actually heard a conversation one day. I overheard a conversation when I was, I think, ordering food, or was I can't remember what I was doing. But this woman was like, yeah, when he's on the phone, he can't even make a conversation with me. He's just engrossed in his phone. I'm like, can you not hear what's going on around you? But it's physically impossible or mentally impossible for them to hear, because they're so used to being addicted to the phones. For my, like, if I ever have children, or when I have children, they're not getting a fucking tablet or a phone until they're at least 16, like a proper one where you can go on the internet. They'll get a fucking brick phone with buttons like I had. So their brain can develop goddamn properly.
And then limited time at home with the other things.
You can get them lock boxes where you can put the phones and stuff out in the lockbox for a certain
You can
amount of
get
time.
the apps on the phones that you can remotely turn off their tablet from your phone.
Yeah, that's true as well. That's not a bad
That way,
idea.
so when the 2 hours is up, if you tell them to get off and they say no, you can just, okay, you had your warning, click, and it all turns off.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I think, as well, with society changing, everything going to technology, and you need to have more of a technical mind even for basic jobs these days, except for mopping the floor, obviously. But if you're, working any job requires some level of computer skills because of even POS systems, which is your point of sale system. You need to know there may be simple like press a button here, press a button there, but you still need to have some sort of gauge on how this system works. You might get trained, but you need to be able to memorize. Okay, this is this, this is this. It does most of the work for you, but it still can be complicated and daunting if you have no idea. And a lot of older generations that are getting made redundant now because a lot of businesses are going out of business because of COVID and lockdowns. The people that are, say, 50, 40 years, 50 years old that never had to work around computers are shit out of luck. They have no idea. And then they have to go get more education now because the world has changed so much from what they were doing originally. And that's fucking the world in general.
Mhm.
What do you think, Susie?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's with the whole generation thing and the whole I'm sorry, I
So
put
many
gum in
thoughts
my
at
mouth.
once.
What?
Dad,
So
what?
many thoughts at once.
Yeah, no, I put gum in my mouth, so I'm like chewing. I'm like, this is delicious. um, but no, like the whole older people not being able to use technology very well. It's not that even if you teach them how to use it, they can still be stuck in their old ways sometimes to where you can say all of this, but they don't. I don't want to say they don't want to learn, but it basically feels like they don't want to learn
Yeah,
because it's like it's so much easier for you to do it for them instead of
exactly.
them do it for themselves.
So
You know.
I get that. So on to Denise's point here. You do, in a lot of cases, need to limit time because if you don't limit time, they're going to get addicted to the phones. They're going to get addicted to games. They're going to get addicted to everything, like I did for years, and it's not healthy. Um, it's not about forcing them. You explain to them anyway. You're going to explain, look,
Mhm.
you have a limited amount of time here because I need you to go out and get some fucking fresh air. So you can build an immune system for one, and you can actually go and do something other than being on a phone or a tablet, which is even something I find hard to do today because I live in the countryside. The only thing that's really to do out here is walk outside, do a bit of gardening or housework, which I need to do tomorrow.
Exactly. That I agree with Denise though. It's not limiting their time, it's opening their eyes
Yeah.
and showing them a whole new world. And like you said that you have the issue of you live out in the middle of nowhere where you don't know what else to do besides walk.
Hmm.
But when you have a kid, their brain is so like it's ready to process and ready to take in the information that like literally anything will make them happy, like any science experiment, anything fun, taking them out, even if it's just like on a walk. Like to you, going on a walk is literally a walk, it's just boring, but to them it's like a dog.
Yeah.
Like a dog can sniff 1,000 things in one place.
Hmm.
I'm not saying a kid can't sniff 1,000 things, but their eyes will see 1,000 more things that we will see. You know?
Exactly. That's what we're saying though. Like limit their access to the phone, but show them other things to do. That's what I was saying. Not just like take the phone away from them without having anything else for them to do, or take the PlayStation away. It's like just to get them to go out and do other things and not just sit there on the phone because it's so. Come on, it's so easy to get engrossed in your phone, even these
But
days.
that's what Denise said
Yeah,
essentially.
that's what I was saying as well.
Because the way that you first interpreted it was you're not going to have this, you're not going
Oh
to have
no.
that until you're this age. And I'm like, first off, if I were to ever have a kid and it was a girl, that girl is going to have a phone at a young
Yeah,
age
I said
because
a
I
button
don't
phone.
trust the society at this point. You know, um,
See,
the biggest reason I can see kids, or from what I know, because I don't have a kid, but from what I see, the biggest reason parents just say, "Here, take the tablet. Here, take the phone," is because it's easier.
yes.
Even especially if your kid is having a hard time, because I've seen this as well. It's easier to just give your kid the tablet, the phone, so they can calm down, especially if they're angry. Give it to them so they
Not
can
a good
calm
idea.
down. And then after like 20 minutes or something, when they're calmed down, then you go and you talk to them and you're like, okay, so can we talk about how your feelings were? You know, and that sounds really corny, but
But it's
it's
just true,
like
yeah.
help them express themselves and not just be like, rah, 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 rah,
Yeah,
rah, stomp, stomp.
exactly. Like what I was getting at was give them a brick phone, you know, a button phone up until 16, because smartphones are dangerous because of Snapchat, Instagram, all these apps with predators that are getting young girls' nudes, young boys' nudes, all this shit because parents ain't monitoring their access, or parents are too dumb to notice that, or not dumb, but not tuned into the fact that there's a lot of predators out there. Omegle is a very, very dangerous site, as we've had discussion before, for predators to go on and prey on little kids or teenagers or whatever of all ages because parents are not smart enough. So if you give, say, a brick phone would still work, they can still make calls on it, they just can't go on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, any of these things. That's where I'm at with it. Because we survived with a brick phone. Well, I did anyway.
I had a razor.
Huh?
Of course
I
you
had a
did. Oh
razor.
my god.
A razor?
Okay.
That's like the old school white girl phone. Like
No.
now
To
it's
be
like the Uggs and everything. It
Oh
used to be the
God!
Razor
Oh
phone.
Jesus!
no.
Like it
Okay,
was the
so
yeah.
the razor wasn't my choice. If I could have had a phone, I would have had like the Sidekick or some other phone. The razor was though, because
I don't even know
when
any of
Oh,
these
you're taking
phones.
me back.
huh?
I don't know any
You're
of these
taking me
phones.
back, holy cow. He
Yeah.
doesn't know any. I'm being reminded of like middle school.
We had a choice between the Nokia 3200 or Sony Ericsson. They were the two over here, or 3210 or whatever the fuck. They were the two over here that I
No.
remember.
We're also
So
a
like
touch younger, so phones did start to change within the
I'm
4 year
older than
difference.
Craig.
Yeah, she's older than me by a
You're
month.
older than
Yeah,
what?
she's 29. We're both
Never
29.
mind. Never mind. We have the same
No.
phones then. I guess it was just you guys didn't have the Razor in the UK.
I think in
How did I
Europe.
think that you were like between me and
I don't
Craig,
know.
Susie?
I have no clue. You know what? To be fair though, I was playing with somebody else off stream a couple weeks ago, and they're like, "How old are you?" And I was like, "I don't. I think this was before I turned 29." But
Oh,
he told me, he's like, "Really? No. This was like shortly after, I think, because it was after I was streaming." And
ah,
he's like, "I thought you were like 22, 23 because of the way that you act." And I'm like, to be fair, for like the last basically my whole life, I didn't feel like I gotta be the child or the teen
yeah,
or the, young adult. Like, sure, there's a point where in my life I drank and I had some pretty hard liquor,
yeah,
but like that was that point. I still never felt like I gotta fully express myself. And so that's why when I'm on stream, what you see when I'm being weird and bubbly and like super laughing, that's me. That's not
yeah,
me faking. That's like the me who's been trying to come out for such a long time.
yeah.
So yeah, it may seem like I'm 22 sometimes, I guess, but now I'm 29.
Like I understand that concept because of all the. I had to grow up really quick having two disabled brothers. Like I didn't have a childhood, a teenagehood, a life, or anything. And then when I hit 24 after all the depression and everything else, I didn't
Oh my
know
god.
where the fuck to start. I was like, what has happened to the world? Like, I'm here. I don't know how to act. Am I supposed to act mature? And then I got to that point where I was too mature for people and they didn't like me because I was overly not knowing how to chill or how to be a young adult. And yeah, when I'm laughing and when I'm genuinely happy and stuff like that, you see it. They're not fake emotions for me. None you see on here is fake. This is all me. I don't know how to mask my emotions. My emotions that you see are happiness, sadness, all that shit you see on stream because it's genuinely the way I am feeling at that point. I can't hide it. I don't want to come on here and be fake. We had that discussion before. I'd rather see people see me as a human being and not just this big famous streamer, as Denise calls me. I'm like, I'm not famous. I'll never be famous. No matter how many followers I get, millions or whatever I get, I am still going to be the same human being you see right in front of you because I am done with changing for people. I am done with being this fake motherfucker that I had to be for years and hide the real me. The real me is a sensitive person. The real me is this really, really sensitive person that, cares for people and has a lot of empathy. And when I genuinely am concerned about someone, you will see it on my face that I can't hide that. And I get down when they get down because I genuinely feel that, you know, it hurts me if I really care about someone and they're feeling down. It actually hurts me a lot. And that's the side you won't really see on stream because I don't ever want to come on here being pure emotional. Uh, Because who the fuck is going to stick around when they see someone being that emotional and that in tune with their emotions? People are too afraid to be in tune with their emotions these days a lot of the time, no matter what. I don't know what your opinions are on that, but that's where I'm at with it.
Yes, especially when it comes to guys.
Mm.
That's my opinion. They're so afraid to show their emotions because they're gonna think that they're more of a woman, or people. They're gonna assume that people think they're more feminine,
Yeah,
more womanly, or whatever you want to say it.
yeah,
But yeah.
exactly. It's like the whole word. I know it's banned on Twitch, so hopefully I don't get in trouble. Simp. That word simp. Okay.
Ban on Twitch?
Yes, that word is actually banned on Twitch. At least typing it anyway. We are in such a fucked up society mentally that if you care for a girl, you show affection towards a girl, you show that, you're genuinely a gentleman and you don't want to hurt them and you want to treat them with respect, you are a simp. You're not a caring person. You're not like this. It's changed to such a thing. Even the songs, the music has changed to the point where they're like, I'm going to fuck her and then just leave her. Like, even on TikTok, when you're scrolling down, if you actually listen to the lyrics of some of them songs, I know you don't have TikTok, Jesse, but if you listen to some of them songs,
Do now.
oh, you do now?
I hit my sub goal
Nice.
for it.
So,
No.
the lyrics of a lot of songs are just pure sexist, and they're pure, let's just fuck her and leave her.
Yeah.
Not even love her. I'm not famous, Denise. Stop. I'm not. I'm never going to be famous. It's not in my nature. I'm not going to be the Keanu Reeves of Twitch.
I do want to get back to that Razor conversation because I feel like I never.
We didn't finish that.
But I wanted to hear Jesse's opinion first before I did.
Me?
Yeah, what he said about the whole people are not in touch with their emotions anymore.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's where we are.
Yeah, and all the screens and everything is making it way worse too, because you never actually have to confront anything if you don't really want to. You can just hide behind a fake profile or turn off or disconnect from whatever's bothering you or go rage somewhere else and whatever. Yeah, it's guys and girls alike, and like you Susie said with the whole guys, it's not cool to show your emotion. Well, now girls, it's not either, because like guys have had all this time being fuck boys and like you said, love them, leave them, that now girls are like, now it's our time to do this. So instead of everybody like being better about it, everybody as a collective is getting worse.
Like,
and so, yeah,
that's what I agree with, because I was afraid every time I showed my true side to any girl I was interested in, they always ran. Because they're afraid that you're bullshitting or lying, or you're going to be like, you're just trying to say this to get into their pants.
Yeah.
But I've never been like that. I've never been interested in these one night stands. I've never been. I want to make.
That's what all the guys say. No, I'm kidding.
That is though. It is true. This is what all the guys will genuinely say to get in the girls' pants, but they don't. You'll find that out very quick after getting to know them for a week or two. They're only interested in sex. But when you genuinely get to know me as a person, you'll realize very quickly, sex is like, yes, it is important in a relationship. We've had that discussion, but that comes in time. You need to make an emotional connection with someone if you want to keep them around. And if you're not willing to fight or like put yourself out there in this, being yourself and being this sensitive person, then you're not ever going to get anywhere. And yes, you get hurt a lot more being this way. You do. You get hurt a hell of a lot more. But you'll meet the right person eventually being this way. You'll meet the one that you're actually meant to be with, or whatever, that fate, if you want to say, or whatever, And that's the way I see it these days. Even before I was like this anyway, I've never really changed. I have changed some way emotionally. Anyway, back to the phone talk now.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I saw that comment where he's like, Razor, it was an awesome phone.
Yeah.
One of the girls from my class in 4th grade had it, and I'm just like, 4th grade? Like, I was in high school when I had the Razor phone. How much younger are you than me? Like,
Denise is
you made me
25
feel
or 26. Sorry.
Denise and I are the same age then.
Yeah, that just makes me feel so
what did the Razor
old.
phone look like? Actually, this is what I.
It was
skinny.
Flip phone. Skinny flip phone.
I might have had that. I might have had one of them myself. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure. I don't know what it was called over here, because over here phones were named differently to America.
So they actually just came out with a new Razor
Did they really? They brought it back?
Oh,
They
God.
brought it back because
Oh my god, because it
nostalgic.
was so popular back then, yeah.
Yeah, and so they brought it back, and it actually looks a lot better than the old Razor.
I'm sure.
But I guess it's finicky or something like that. Yes, the new Razor does look awesome, and I want
But
it.
how durable
But
is it
it's
going to be?
huh?
How-
Exactly. That's what I was saying because
You
it's
used to
a
be able
full
to
touch
snap them
screen.
in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full touch screen right now, and so you consistently opening and closing the phone. How long is it gonna last before the middle of the screen just cracks?
I'm
You
going to
know?
look at this phone. Oh, yeah, I did have one of them.
Those new foldable phones are all the hype right now, and I'm like, I do not understand
And the
this,
thing
like,
about them is
at all.
they're causing indents on the screen, the mid screen now because of the folding
Yep.
over and back. It's actually
Yep.
causing indents. It's not worth it. Look, I've got this phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy. I have the box around somewhere. Samsung Galaxy S21 or A21s or something like that. Like, it's a really good fucking phone. Don't get me wrong. But I'd never get a phone that folds because why?
It seems foolish.
It seems
Because it's cool.
I don't even find them cool. I think they're actually dumb looking, and
No,
I do.
that's the problem with purchasing. Like when I saw it, I was like, I want it. I need the phone. Like I gotta have the phone. And then like after I was like, okay. And the initial hype, I was like, you know what? That phone would not be a good idea because, like you said, the screen will crease,
Yep.
all of that crap. Like it's just a phone that will not last.
Exactly.
But what I wanted to say originally is getting the Razor wasn't my original plan. Like when I first got that phone, it was my dad and my sister that went to the store and they got the phones because it was like on sale or something. But then after I first had the phone, yeah, this is why you need to, watch your kids carefully because the amount of money that I charged to my phone bills for the ringtones before I realized,
Yeah.
okay, I can just do free ringtones.
I remember that.
Yeah, I wasn't originally going to get another phone, but he ended up just getting me the Razor again while my sister got the BlackBerry.
Oh, the
But when
God, BlackBerry. Oh
Yeah.
no.
But then my phone broke and I got a new phone and I was like, I don't want the Razor phone. And so I got like a very thin, small, tiny phone, which was, again, popular at the time, I guess. I don't know. But yeah.
I've never.
It was not even a flip phone. It was more of a music phone than anything, so I was able to listen to my music on it.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it's called.
I've never
But
been
yeah.
one for like going with trends of clothes. Well, one, we didn't have the money to go with trends of clothes and trends with phones. We never had that sort of money around. I honestly, if it fit me, I wore it. I didn't give a fuck of style. I've never been into like, oh, you need to fashion. I'm like, no, motherfucker, I don't. I need clothes that fit. That's what I need. They fit me. That works for me. Why the hell do people think spending like hundreds on one pair of jeans is a good idea? I'll give you a great example.
Immaturity.
Yeah, true. I'll give you a great example though, right? So we have a shop called Penny's over here. It used to be really cheap to buy clothes. I have a pair of jeans for the last 6 years, or maybe 8 years, that are still together. Went to a boutique. My mother bought me a pair of jeans that cost 30 euro. Like they were on sale from like 70. Cost 30 euro, and in 3 months they fell apart.
Yeah.
Designer
things are designed to fall apart now again.
Best phone in my life. It was BlackBerry.
Yep.
Nokia 61.
Designer means it breaks.
Yeah,
a
because
lot easier, so you can buy more.
Exactly. It's like Apple. Apple is designed to break.
Apple is overrated.
Yes, and it's designed to break. Like you literally drop Apple once on the screen. Bye screen. I've dropped my other phone. Like I dropped it 100 times and the screen was still fine. Like Android is always more durable, and Android is even better. And even the cameras on some Samsungs are better than the Apple cameras you have out there. And a lot of people, what makes me laugh about people that are buying Apples, the camera's amazing, and then they don't take any pictures.
Mm-hmm. Plus, the new S21 has a better camera than the Apple. I mean,
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
You can get a full, amazing picture of the moon, and it looks like you didn't even use your phone. Can you do that with the new iPhones?
You got mugged on the street. Yeah.
Excuse me.
You had it less than 24 hours and got mugged. Goddamn. A friend dropped my iPhone 7 once and the screen died. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. One time the phone was dropping. Bye screen. And the amount of money you're paying, what, like 1,200 out for the new iPhones, even up to 1,800 for a fucking phone. You can buy a PS5, a new TV, and still have money to spare. Or You could buy a fucking beastly desktop for 1,800. And you get a hell of a lot more go out of it, like games, fucking all this stuff. And yet you're paying that much out for one phone. That how long is it going to last you?
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just dumb. It's just people want to, like, Apple is best. No, Apple sucks. They have everything locked behind Apple Pay or Apple fucking ID. There's no Play Store, so a lot of games are even restricted on Apple. You know?
There's no app store.
No Google Play Store. I mean, like, where, you know, you can get a lot more apps.
Well, that's like they don't have Google Maps because Google and Apple had a falling out.
Exactly. So now they have Apple Maps, which is even worse than Google Maps, apparently.
Oh, it's horrible. You're better off using Waze.
Don't even know what that is.
Waze is good.
Waze is really good.
I have no idea. All I know is Google Maps. But that's the thing. It's like, I don't get me wrong. Was it Steve Jobs that started Apple? I always forget.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, when he had the Envision, it was just to bring quality products out to people. That's been so convoluted over the years where year in, year out, they're barely making any changes to their phones. And they are charging the same price every time.
Apple died with
Yeah.
No, it's Steve Jobs isn't dead.
No,
is
when
he?
I think he left, or did he die? One or the other. Did he retire?
No, the other partner died. What?
That's right, yeah.
Somebody in Apple died, and he was the ideas man, and Apple died with him.
Yeah.
Nothing new has changed since that person passed away.
But
I can't remember who it is.
But yet they're selling the same product, just reboxed a little bit bigger. Oh, we have a little bit more.
It says he died.
Who?
It says he died in
Yeah,
2011.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Okay, so it was him,
yeah. I knew it was Steve.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, so, like, his vision for the company was quality products, which he was out there doing, and then all of a sudden he died, and then you see what's happening with Apple. People are so fucking stupid, they'll still buy into Apple because of a brand. Who gives a fuck about a brand? If you want an Apple sticker on your Samsung, you get one, stick it on. There's Apple. Yeah, or if you want an apple, go out to the fucking tree, pick one and eat it. Like, fucking hell, just... People need to grow the fuck up and realize Apple is just a fashion statement. It's not even quality. It's quantity, or fucking whatever you want to say. It's shit. Plain and simple. That's just my opinion on Apple. Hate it.
So I stopped buying Apple. So I originally had all Apple because I was in graphic design, and that's what Macs are made for. They are not made for regular use. They are not made for gaming. They are some of the best graphic design software on the market, but it's not for regular people to use to look on Instagram and stuff. That's not what Apple was designed for. That's so the programs and everything are better for music overlays and all that sort of stuff. So I originally had all Apple because it automatically synced everything between my tablet, my laptop, and my phone.
That makes sense. Blah, blah. That does make sense for Apple.
I dropped out of design school, had an iPhone 6, brand new, been in my back pocket, and never bought another one.
Because it went squish when you sat down and you never had a phone. Yep.
And I always carry my phone in my back pocket because I don't know if guys know this very well, but girls' front pockets usually don't even exist. They're usually sewed shut.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand that. So, this is why a lot of girls or women are going to actually buy men's jeans and stuff like that these days.
Yep. I buy men's jeans. I buy men's skinny jeans.
Oh, God, no. Oh, skinny jeans, bad experience with them.
Yeah.
Very bad experience.
Well, the thing is the cut is more like a straight legged on me to buy guys skinny jeans than actual skinny jeans. It's but the regular guys cut are just a little baggy on me.
Oh, I know Zomni. I've heard of Zomni. Yeah. The story of skinny jeans. Let's go back in time to when I was like 17 or 19. When I think it was the time I got my first tattoo done. Yeah, 17. Down in Warford, a city down about an hour away from me. You know, went down because good tattoo artists down there. And well, because we were waiting to go home or do something. Anyway, we went in to try on clothes. Birthday, you know. And the mother thrown over about 4 pairs of jeans maybe. I can't remember. And she kept throwing them over. Try these on. So I tried on jeans, didn't realize they were skinny jeans, zipped them up, and I was like, yeah, I think they're too damn fucking tight. They squeeze the balls off me. I was like, yeah, no, skinny jeans are not my thing. Never have been, never will. I don't know how men fit into them. But fair fucking play if you can. You either have a small todger or you're gifted. That's all I'm going to say about Africans. Belt phone holders? Oh, God, what are you, 60?
He's an old soul.
Yeah. Oh, do you know how dumb them things looked? Belt phone holders.
I was never a fan of the skin. Like I said, guys' skinny jeans. It's still like a
That
more like
makes
a boot
sense,
cut
yes.
for people that know their cuts. On a girl, but that was one thing I never got behind. I am behind the high-waisted pants
Oh,
trend,
fair
though.
enough.
I am a massive fan of the high-waisted pants, but they need to bring back the bell bottoms with it.
Oh, God. What? No. Why?
Because I love
No.
bell bottom, not the huge, just like the fashionable ones, not the ones that are like tense.
What are we going back
I
to the
was like-
I'm
70s?
also a hippie.
I
Yes,
was
I'm a
like, bell
hippie.
bottoms. Bell bottoms just mean that it gets stuck under your feet, and then it tears, and it just gets wet,
Yep.
and then you like
You're-
pull up your pants, and then it just brings all the puddle of water that you
You're
dragged your
not
pants to against you.
wrong.
Like,
I remember the time I used to wear jeans every day. Like I was one of them guys who wore jeans every single day. I used to cycle the bike with jeans on. And one time the jeans had a little bit of a looser thing around the ankle. It got caught in the bicycle chain and ripped the jean leg. So I was walking around with new fashion style. One leg fine, one jean leg ripped. Completely. I was like, well, okay, we're just gonna deal with this now. Great fucking time. So don't wear jeans and cycle, people. Wear fucking like shorts or some sort of joggers or something.
I haven't biked in forever.
You haven't what? Biked?
I have, yeah, I haven't in forever.
Same
so.
as me. It has been about 3 years since I was on a bike last. I do want to get a bike eventually though, just to cycle in and out to the gym. Be a lot quicker than walking 25 minutes in and out. And also I could cycle an hour away, go to places. Because when you walk, you're not going to walk a distance that you cycle in an hour. It'll take you about 4 or 5 hours to walk. So yeah, no. But that's the thing. It's like figuring out stuff to do is what I'm trying to do now. Like other hobbies and stuff like that. Because yeah, streaming is fine and all, but there is other shit that needs to be done. So I can only stream it a limited amount of time, and then I need to actually get up off my arse and do stuff. Get better at that again.
Who wants to do that?
Me? So yeah, no, it's fashion. Like all the fashion trends, though, let's go back to that. They're changing. They're going back. They're going back to like the 70s and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to look like somebody in the 70s. I don't want to look like fucking Fred
I do.
out of Scooby Doo. With a neckerchief and a white fucking fleece on. No.
Yeah, please. That looks so good.
No.
Yep.
Nah, I couldn't do it. I just don't give a fuck what I wear, but I don't want to
know.
look like I'm fucking looking for the next, I don't even know what.
I want the whole hippie witchy vibe to come back in full swing.
It probably will.
It is.
Oh, it is, and my closet is already like
Oh,
3/4
God.
prepared for it.
Hey, shoulder pads. Shoulder pads are going to come back as well.
Oh, God.
So.
I have a jumpsuit with shoulder.
Oh, for the love of God! You want to look like
I am old woman.
You want to look like an American football player walking around?
Dude, that makes me think of like when I was living with my mom. Like it was what the hell? Why? Okay. I was like 5 or 6, and I remember always going in her closet and wanting to put on her clothes and like seeing all her dresses and whatnot with shoulder pads, and I was like,
yeah,
put them on. I'm like, oh, I'm strong now.
Yeah, you just look like you're about to go out and just tackle someone.
Okay, we're shedding so much. Please
Good job, Denise. By the way, fair play. Yeah. So at the end of the day, weight loss. Like Denise said, the first time eating jeans. I just don't wear jeans unless I'm going to an event these days. I like wearing shorts or tracksuit pants or joggers or whatever you want to call them, because I feel comfortable in them. They're nice and comfortable, easy to take off, easy to put on. Jeans are a 9. Half the time, the waist might seem fine when you're standing up, but then you sit down, and it squeezes the shit out of your fucking stomach. You're like, yeah, it's a little bit too tight for sitting, but it works for standing, so I guess I'll stand for the whole fucking night. That's the way I see it with jeans.
That's why I don't wear jeans very often. I know that same feeling.
Yeah.
Jeans just got so uncomfortable. But yeah, that's always good. Like, it makes you feel good when you're able to wear something that you didn't think you'd be able to wear again.
What makes me feel good is when my clothes start to get tight around me, because I do work out. So when a t-shirt I wore before and then I throw it on and I can barely get it on me, like, hey, I guess it is working. I guess the exercise is paying off. Because everybody has a bit of body dysmorphia. You can't see exactly what your physique is like or what you've done unless you take pictures. So when the t-shirt actually is starting, or you can do like, I can move my pecs without even like trying, because that's all my muscle connection after years of working out. It feels good. It gives you a little bit of a boost, confidence-wise. Yeah, you want to unbutton them, exactly. But if you're out in a night out, you're not really going to unbutton your jeans when you sit down, because when you stand up, they probably fall down. And then you're in for a world of shit. That's not good. I pantsed myself.
That's why when they say that you eat a heavy or a big meal, when you want to eat more but you don't think you can, you just undo the belt, unbuckle your pants, and let it eat.
Yep, just let it go. This is my stomach. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I don't give a fuck what you think. I got a stomach. Just learn the skill of fast buttoning. Nah. I'd rather just fucking wear... I'm wearing shorts right now, so preferred comfy.
Pajama pants.
Yeah. But style is just weird. I don't still give a fuck. Never have cared about trends or fashion. I'm just like, it fits me. Fuck it. I'll wear it. That's the way I always look at clothes. I just don't give a fuck.
What?
I just don't give a fuck.
Oh.
All right. Anybody else have another topic? Anybody in chat have a topic? Topic.
Your face.
What about my face? It's magnificent.
I don't know.
My face is magnificent. You got this beard coming back. That
That's hilarious.
come with a suit in English. They're dress pants. Usually that's what we call them over here anyways, dress pants.
Suits. Chicken butt.
I got the most beautiful symmetrical egghead you've ever seen, No, you gotta get that eggness, I'm just glad I can pull off the bald look, because if I was going bald, there's some people out there that can't pull off the bald look. Yeah, I'm glad I have a good symmetrical head, to be honest with you, because if I went bald and my head looked like I don't even know what.
It definitely sounds like you're Russian, Denise. I don't know why you're giving me mafia vibes right now. You got that Russian mafia going.
How do you call it? I was wearing them for 4 years in school, and then I went like this and I shot the motherfucker. He looked at me fucking sideways. I shot him.
Call, instead of suit pants, slacks.
Are
a very common name.
Do you know what style?
Sorry, I was kind of zoning out, so I was a little late to the party there.
What style I wouldn't mind coming back though is guys wearing suits the whole time.
100%.
Oh my god!
I would love that to come back.
20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah, the fedora. I don't have the hair. I don't have the hair for the fedora, but hey, we'll go to fedora. Go with a nice dress suit. But the only problem is suits are so fucking expensive.
You don't need a fedora. I mean, you don't need hair for a fedora.
Well, I don't know if it would suit me. Maybe I should buy one and see if it would suit me on stream. I could wear a fedora.
Yes, I am 100%.
I'm gonna look for a fedora on Wednesday, see if I can actually pick one up for cheap and wear it on stream.
No, I'm 100% for that trend coming back. But the bad thing about that too is that is freaking hot. So it's you walk down the street, you're like, damn, boy.
Yeah. Damn, look at that ass on that, man. That jean, that pant really make that.
Those pants really make your ass come.
But it actually was.
And you walk in there.
Sorry, go on.
No, so you walk another 2 miles and you're like, damn, boy. What the hell?
But that was the best style for men, though. In all honesty, even I say that today. That's the one style I would actually try and wear, but it's just so fucking goddamn expensive. Even for cheap.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
What?
What Denise said.
And the suit with
the penguin suit.
Yeah, we'll just go with the Batman penguin suit.
It has a technical name, but it's a if you say a penguin suit to somebody, everyone will know what that is.
I think it's more for
all
piano.
English speaking.
A lot of piano players would wear that. That's a tailcoat, maybe. I think that's what it was called, actually, a tailcoat. Or some shit like that. Makes sense. Something like that, anyway. But yeah, that. The only thing I wouldn't want to come back with that style is the smoking. The level of smoking back in them days was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's called Frank and Frack. Oh, I gotta get the frack. Everybody have frack?
Frack. Sorry, I just got arrow vibes right now. I'm like, frack.
Frack. But no, that's because we've kind of downgraded on fashion. In the 90s, it went to all baggy stuff, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, all that sort of shit, baggy jeans, tank top. You're walking around like a douchebag basically in the 90s. The best way to put him.
Yeah, if you ever look at like famous people on the red carpet in the 90s, it's literally
yeah, that's
just
right.
a train wreck.
Yeah.
It all looks horrible.
Yeah, exactly. Like our style is all right these days. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's kind of subpar. But I want a suit. I want to actually get a suit, but it's too damn expensive to buy one. You know. I want to walk around looking like I'm from the fucking 20s for just, why not? Maybe I get a toupee just for that. Nah, see, I got the suit. See. But what else? Anybody have a topic? My brain is still on slow mode today. It really is.
I don't know. My brain is thinking of that freaking trend now with all the guys in suits. I'm like, damn.
Well, and the thing with that is like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the current. Oh yeah, tailcoat, Denise. That's right.
Yeah, I was right then.
The thing of like fashion now, like guys look good in their boat shoes and like what Bermuda shorts and button-up shirt, but there's just like so many people that don't do it.
Like I have a shirt in the closet that I could go grab and we'll see. I'm gonna do that real quick just so we can kind of get a gist of a little bit of fashion. Give me 1 second.
But as I say, my favorite is I love wearing dresses, and people are always like, "Why are you so dressed up?" And I'm like, "I'm not. It's easier to wear a dress and not have to worry about matching than it is to actually pick out an outfit."
Exactly.
And people like don't get that. I'm like, I wear dresses 90% of the time, or a romper or a onesie type outfit, things that like it's one piece and you don't have to match. And people are like, "You look so dressed up," and I'm like, I'm just really lazy, actually.
There's a difference. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like, there was one point when a couple of years ago when I started buying dresses because I'm like, you know what? I'm in the mood to wear dresses and everything like that. But it's like, even when I look back at high school and I wore dresses and I dressed up, I remember when I went out, people all of a sudden are like, "Oh my gosh, you look so like fancy or nice. Like, are you doing something?" I'm like, I can just dress up for myself if I want to.
Right.
Like, that shouldn't be, me dressing up shouldn't be because I'm doing it for something or someone.
I don't know. I think that's the thing. And like now, if you're dressed up and look nice, it's like people assume that you're doing it for someone else or for some reason. Whereas it's like when you look back to the old days, it's like because do their hair, dress nice daily, and guys would just wear suits because that's what you did. It's like, yeah, then we need to get back to that for sure.
Your beard off. It depends on how it looks. This is one of my better dress shirts that I actually will wear every now and again. It's very tight on me now because I have put up quite a bit of size since the last time I wore it. So it's actually really tight to just do something like this without hoping I don't rip it.
Hulk rip.
Huh?
I said Hulk rip.
No, I'm not doing that. This shirt costs quite a bit, actually. It's like 35. So, my question about shirts, would you prefer like button up fully, which is hard for me to do because my Adam's apple. So you you need to have at least one or two, maybe like this.
Up all the way. The only reason you button it up all the way is if you're going to put on a tie, and you don't wear a tie with that kind of shirt.
Yeah, so with this, I'd prefer mostly I'd wear it like this, 2 buttons undone just to keep, a little bit of space. Like, you don't want to go any lower because other than that, you're just like, The
only way you go lower is if you're like super Italian and can pull it off.
Hey, you got the pepperoni pizza, yeah.
I agree with you, Jesse.
Yeah, like there are those certain like mainland European boys who can absolutely pull off the DP, but it's an aura thing. Like you just have to have it.
You need to have that confidence to do it.
Nothing
as well.
To pick up. Yeah.
I remember actually now that I'm wearing the shirt. Great story about one time when I was out. I had the shirt unbuttoned just 2 buttons down because it was really hot in the nightclub I was in. So obviously I'm going to be sweating. Walked out into the smoking area for some fresh air because that's the only place to get fresh air. And the girl walks up to me, "Why are you wearing your shirt that low?" I said, 1, are you interested or something? 2, if you have
I don't know.
That's why
I'm not laughing at you.
I don't know, because you could have a shitty beard, you could have a patchy beard, you could have a beard that looks like fucking Adolf Hitler. I don't fucking know what type of beard you're wielding. Anyway.
I was laughing at the same reason.
Yeah, but back to that story.
I just didn't want you to think I was laughing
No,
at
it's
you.
fine. I don't even care because the story is fucking stupid. So she walks up to me, it's like, "Why are you wearing your shirt like that?" I said to her, "Why are you wearing your makeup like that?" Because the thing is, women will judge quicker than a fella will judge. This is actually true. On a night out. We're sitting on a night out. I have been judged.
No, because if there are guys who will walk in on a night out and go, she's too fat, she's not curvy enough, her tits are fake, and some guys that's their thing, so like I'm gonna go for her or no fucking way. Like guys judge just as quickly on looks.
All right. Well,
as girls do.
Well,
they just don't have as high of standards. So even if they say no at the beginning of the night, by the end of the night, they may end up still going home.
They get enough drink in them, and then they're just like, yeah, fuck it, you do.
Like, yeah, she moves, it jiggles, let's go.
She has some hips. That's it. Let's go. Got the hips.
Yeah.
But my point being is like, I like this shirt. This is my favorite shirt, to be honest with you. I have a pink shirt there as well. You know, I haven't worn that in a long, long time. So, you know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
So I might try on the pink shirt just to see the difference. But let's see. I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, so back to that. Like, if you have, with your beard, shave it if you want to shave it or trim it down or do something with it. I'm going to try the goatee look after, actually, when this grows a little bit longer. So I'm going to try, just taking off this and just keeping this.
Right, it failed.
No, what happened? You know what happened. I was going, and I went, and I was like, aw, I have to fucking shave the whole thing. So yeah. But as you can kind of see, I look more professional than in this shirt. You know what I mean? Like, I could actually go for an interview in this way, as long as you have a buttoned up, funny old interview, whatever. But this is my point, is like, depending on the fashion choice you choose is what kind of aura you're going to give off, or confidence, or whatever, and how you're going to look. Because a lot of guys will just wear a t-shirt, a scruffy fucking t-shirt on a night out with jeans and shoes, runners, like I usually would. But sometimes I feel like I want to feel good in myself. Let's dress up. Let's go out and have a shirt on and see what kind of attention you get, that kind of way. That's the way I used to think about it anyway. Now you know how I look.
You just have to wear a really low cut shirt, and I get all sorts of unwanted
Where did you send it? On Discord?
Exactly.
Do you want me to show it to the stream? Because I have the Discord shared right now. If not, I'll just look at it privately. So yeah, that's the truth of it. It's like, I don't care. Are you sure? Because I don't want to go against your privacy. I need to know. But my point being is, which would you prefer on a night out? That blue t-shirt or this shirt? If I was going on a night out, which would you prefer style-wise? Which would you find more attractive? That kind of way?
Depends on what you're doing. Are you going out for drinks and chat, or are you going out to the club?
Drinks. Just say drinks in a nice pub. Just chilling out,
Probably a little, yeah. So usually club, it depends on the club though too. There's some really swanky ones I've been to that you have to wear a button up. But usually here, clubbing, you're like, that's when you wear your colored shorts and your shirt with freaking, I'm not gonna be able to remember her name, Carrie Fisher on it or whatever, and your bro hangout outfit. Unless you're going to a really nice.
Okay, this shirt is actually after getting really too tight. I'm literally just leaning forward, and I feel like it's going to rip. Fucking hell. Okay, I haven't worn this in years.
Join me in wearing pajamas during.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm in pajamas too.
But the point.
It's my face. How can my face be private?
All right.
That's on point with his witty remarks today.
Don't blame me. I'd leave it. You look like a billy goat, but fuck it. You'll be grand.
You look like a billy goat.
You'll be
I like his facial expression with it.
Yeah.
But the point being is, like, all you gotta do is just who you look like a. I'm kidding. I joke. Trust me, I've had facial hair like that before. Trust me. All I do is just like keep it clean, basically. Keep it like well kept. That's all you got to do, really. Then it'll be fine.
A billy goat is a goat with the horns that they ram each other's heads together, like a mountain goat.
And they have the long beard, basically.
Yeah, they have a long beard on the front.
So yeah, like
it's from the Billy Goat's Gruff is the story that we grew up with.
Yes. That is true. That is true.
That's why like all English speaking people get the Billy Goat reference, because we all grew up with that.
We all grew up.
What is it called? It's not a fairy tale. It's the one that teaches you the lessons. We were talking about those the other day. There's a name for them. Anyways, I don't know.
I don't know either. I am so fucking confused. But besides the point, I don't know.
You're making Denise shave his beard.
No, don't shave it. Yeah, it's just like, what was I going to say? Fucking hell, that's my train of thought.
Sorry. I got off topic.
Yeah. No, your beard is fine. I was joking. I was being sarcastic. You got to be able to take a joke. Like, hey, think about the amount of burns and everything I get thrown at me on this fucking stream. You know?
Oh, I have a fantastic meme. If I can find it, I want to send it to you, and you can laugh at how true it is.
It was a joke, dude. Come on, don't get so sensitive. I was messing. But that's the thing. My bad. I do apologize.
Seeing the picture, I feel like Denise looks better. Would look. I don't know how you look shaven, but I feel like you would look better with the beard.
Yeah,
than
100%.
shaven.
I 100%
That's just
agree.
my opinion. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. If
Yep.
you want to shave, you shave.
Very good.
You do
I'm very,
you.
very bad at making that kind of opinion, so I'm just gonna
No,
have one.
it was a joke. Don't be worried about it. I actually was being
You
sarcastic.
just said so. I shave now, and we compare.
Sure, why not? If you want, but
You do whatever
you
want
do
to
what
do.
you feel comfortable with. But I was actually only making a joke. I actually honestly was. Okay. It was a joke. People, don't take me serious. When I laugh after something, I'm joking. Gotta remember that. That's how you tell when I'm joking. Alright, anyway.
I just laugh after everything, so good luck figuring that one out.
It's your tone of voice, though, that changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, your tone of voice goes up a little bit when you're joking, and it's a little bit more
Yeah, and I've always been very easy to read with my
Mm-hmm.
tone of voice and stuff.
Mm.
Except for when I'm being matter of factual, like very straightforward,
Yes,
I
yes.
sound kind of really bitchy when I'm like giving directions or something because I don't want to be misunderstood. So I'm like, this is how it is.
Exactly.
Deal with it.
But my point being is, let's get to the whole... Actually, that's a good topic now. Good segue to the topic of how to tell if people are being sarcastic. Because some people's tone of voices don't change, but they laugh after it, or so on and so forth. Like,
Or so facial expression.
Facial expression, or... It depends. Everybody's different tells for sarcasm. But when people say, hurtful things, or something that hurts them, they should be called out in it. Like, it might have been a joke, but you need to be called out. Like, it could have been a mistake. Apologize. Okay, over and done with. Don't do it again. But if people don't call you out on hurting their feelings, even though you're trying to make a joke, then that's where a problem could come in with friendships, relationships, whatever. You need to have boundaries set, and you need to let people know look, this hurt. Can we not say that again? That's, I think, anyway. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think understanding each other's like way of speaking is super important. I've run into that with a lot of people when they're like, "Oh, she's like mad at me or she's mean or whatever," and I'm like, "No, like I'm not mad. I just don't want to be understood and I don't want to repeat myself, so I sound very strict and straightforward. But that's not me being mad to that with when I'm like giving directions or something."
Yeah, like for me, what was I actually going to say? Jeez, I lost my train of thought again. Fuck!
It's been a great day
I don't
for
know
this.
what you're gonna say.
I don't either.
I'm just so busy distracting looking at this video that I have on Instagram of Sky when she was just a baby and she was playing in snow and she's just like so fucking tiny and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, they don't stay tiny forever.
I look at
TMI.
pictures of my brain all the time.
Yeah, today is just
And
one of
she's
them
literally
days.
the size of her head now.
Yeah, today's one of them days where my brain just isn't functioning properly. I am half fucking awake, really. And I'm trying
It's
to
okay because this is all about being like realistic, and it goes to show that everybody has days like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Ours just all happen to sync up on the same day.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what is it? We all have the same fucking brain. It's like, yeah, what do we talk about? But hey, look, it's gonna happen.
I mean, if you really want to know the conversation I was having with Craig right before the stream, I was talking about like back in a few podcasts where we were talking about do kids really know how to own their own feelings? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, see, that's the thing is when I was younger, when I was 5, I had like a crush on or not really a crush. I just thought like there was like 20 guys that were all cute and everything, and they were all guys. And then I remember my mom asking me, or my sister, I don't remember who it was, they're like, but do you actually like somebody? Like, do you have a crush? And to me, that was, I think they're cute, I wouldn't mind holding their hand and like just, the innocent, cute little kid thing. And that was when I was 5, and there was 3 guys, and I remember at the same time too, like the first time I was like really like, oh my gosh, this guy's attractive. I was still living with my mom, and so I was like 5, 6, and it was the police officer who was this tall blonde guy with blue eyes. He had 2 kids, and I remember I was always so nervous to be around him because like I was like, this guy is so cute, and so that's why I'm like, do kids really not understand how to own their feelings, or because if they don't at this point, like I find that confusing because back then I knew when I had a crush on somebody, I knew when I felt attracted to somebody, and so that's why I kind of go with the whole kids can understand their feelings and understand when they like somebody, whether they're male or female, because I knew how I felt back then, and I was only 5, so.
It also depends on how emotionally advanced you are as well. And it also depends, things can change as you go through puberty though. Yeah, you could be find a crush or anything at a young age, but when you hit like 13, 14 with all the hormones and everything that come into play with all that, or whatever age you go to puberty at, that could change. It could all change, and then your hormones, your feelings go all over the place, and you don't know what the fuck you're attracted to anymore. A guy, for instance, going through puberty would get turned on by a breeze. So there you go, stiff breeze hits. There it's just like, hello, how you doing? So Jesse just sent me a meme there on in the Snapchat. So I don't know if you can see this.
I sent it to your Discord as well.
All right. Anyway, if you can see that, mod streamer. Oh, it's backwards. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that's why I did send to your Discord as well, in case you wanted to screen share it. But that meme made me laugh because it's like I feel that way all the time when there's somebody new in chat, and then like your mods show up and they just start like harassing you and being super mean to you, and they're like, why are you sucking so much today, like this, that, the other, whatever, and then people in chat are like, whoa, why are you being so mean? It's like, no, this is the norm.
I'm just laughing at the chat here. Garmac, can't confirm. I had a few flings with a strong breeze when I was younger. It's fucking true.
Yeah.
This is the problem with being a guy when you're going through puberty in class. Can you come up to the board and answer a question while you're on a fucking hard on? Sorry, no can fucking do. Then you have to learn the tucking method, and hopefully the head doesn't fucking just fall out. You're just like, yep, okay, there we go. I'm good to go. What's up, Steven? So it's just like, that's a nightmare, exactly. So if I could go back in time to when that happened and I was asked to go up to the board, I'd be like, hey, look, embrace it. Everyone has one. I'm going up. I'm using it as a fucking marker or a pen on the fucking board. Oh, shit. Could you imagine that? You'd be banned from school. That
I don't care, because I'd rather that and be allowed to wear spaghetti straps and be told that I can't wear a freaking tank top because it might distract the guys in class.
But yeah, I would have distracted the guys in class. Guys.
To have a tank top on?
Hormones. Cleavage.
And show your shoulders? No, I don't. Tank tops does not mean cleavage.
To me, tank tops mean cleavage.
No,
I'm a top right now, and you literally cannot see cleavage.
I know, yeah, I was joking.
Tank top item I walked this morning. It's just as high as this cut, but it's this thinner than 2 fingers or whatever strap that. So you're not allowed to wear thinner than 3 fingers.
That's
and it's like, I get the low cut cleavage thing, fine. Like I agree that the length of the skirt and like the height of the shirt or whatever needs to be adjusted, but like I can't wear a thin tank top because it might distract guys. Like, oh no, your shoulders might distract the guys.
But
what?
Yeah,
I'd understand if it was like a tank top that was down, showing all the cleavage and everything else.
Right, but I'm talking about the shoulders.
Oh yeah, then that's just fucking ridiculous.
Those aren't not allowed. The low cut tank tops aren't not allowed. So why are those allowed, but you can't wear than strap? Yeah, it's just a dumb rule that we have here. I'd rather have a fucking uniforms like England.
Exactly.
Seriously,
10 times easier.
Let's go back to when I was in school. I was going with the trends in school at one point, trying to fit in, the dyeing the hair blonde or blonde highlights or whatever, or piercing my ear back when I was in school.
Do you have pictures of this?
I have one picture someplace on my phone. I can send it into Discord later.
Yes.
It's like, it was a
You
passport
need
photo.
to.
So basically what ended up happening was I got singled out because I was a quiet kid in school by the principal. I had a plaster over the piercing. 16, 15, maybe 14 years old.
Plaster is a band-aid for the rest of us
Yeah,
English speakers.
Band-Aid, okay, whatever. Same fucking thing. But I had a
No,
little,
no one
I
else
know.
calls it that. I'm
I know.
telling you, like
Over
even
here it is.
Australian style.
Over here it is.
I know, but even so, sorry to interrupt you.
Mhm.
I used to hang out with somebody from the UK and then somebody from Australia. So what we would do is 2 out of 3. If 2 people called it one thing, the other person had changed it. And plastic, only British or UK, Irish people call it that.
Yeah, so basically, because I had the piercing in my ear and a band-aid plaster, or whatever you want to call it, over it, I was called up to the office and they were like, you can't have piercings in school, you need to take it out. And I only got it done like 2 days prior, 3 days prior. And I said it to the principal, I was like, yo, do you not see all these people walking in with piercings? There's girls walking in with tongue piercings, you got guys, because it said in the rule book, males and females are not allowed to have piercings. Not just males and females. Yet I was singled out. And the same thing happened when everybody was dyeing their hair blonde highlights, whatever. I went in one day with blonde highlights, and the vice principal calls me up and said, yo, Craig, you can't have highlights. And I said, okay, wait for this. I said it. You see this girl here walking in with pink fucking dye in her hair, this girl walking in with purple dye, and this guy here with blue dye in their hair, and you're singling me out of everybody when they're all walking in. What the fuck did I do to deserve this? I said. Actually, like, oh, you just have to take it out. And I was like, are you fucking having a laugh? I was thinking. I'm a quiet person. I didn't do anything. I was one of the quieter, nervous people in the school.
I wouldn't know.
What?
You chat.
Quiet. Oh.
How'd you know? You didn't even go to school with me.
What? Okay, is there a way to change settings? Because stuff gets starred out for me all the time in your chat. Like, Craig was a what?
Sexy bastard in school.
See, it's for me, it's starred out, and I don't know how to change it.
The only thing I could think of is, like, you know how Smite has the filter for language?
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that Twitch has the same thing, and you would have to turn that off.
No, they weren't. Just you go back and look at how stupid you look like with them in your hair. Knock off Eminem, have an ass. No.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be May. Justin Timberlake hair is still best Justin Timberlake hair. It looks like ramen.
Yeah, ramen.
Yeah.
What was he thinking with that fucking
That's his best hairstyle. He needs to bring that back. He just needs to embrace it and do it again.
No, I don't think he could even pull it off. Oh, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
I don't care if you can pull it off or not. It's for he's doing it for the meme.
Yeah, it would be bad. It just, no. Like, it's like that Ronaldo hair where he just had the fringe fucking thing that I saw the picture of. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Eyebrow piercings? Would you go away with your eyebrow piercings? You look like a fucking knockoff Eminem that wanted to go down a dark alley and get fucking bummed.
Some of the worst, so, like, I hated the whole trend of, like, bleaching the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Levine looked horrible. Zac Efron looked horrible. Like, all these guys did it. They all looked so bad.
It looked so bad. It really did. And then the eyebrow piercings.
Only a handful of them.
What's your opinions on eyebrow piercings with men?
Oh, I've always wanted and I like eyebrow piercings.
I'm saying with men having it done. Not
yeah, no, same.
I don't like it. I thought it looked tacky as fuck. And everybody
you
was
have to have the right face and personality to pull it off.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like baldness. If you don't have the face for it or the aura or vibe or personality or whatever you want to call it, you won't.
In my opinion, the eyebrow piercing was fucked by personality. That's my opinion of it. Like,
yeah,
people that got it didn't always wanted to do was just sex. My cousin is a great example of that. I'm done with it now. Well, I know you are. You're old. You're fucking 25. If you aren't at this point, I'd be worried.
People think that about me because I'm my tongue pierced, and I'm like, no, I got my tongue pierced for me.
Yeah, that's different. That's fine. But eyebrow piercing was a trend at the time that kind of disappeared.
Well, that's like I want my septum done, and that's the big trend piercing right now.
Which one is your septum?
The bull ring.
Oh
look.
yeah, no.
But I would wear dainty hair, and my friend just got it done, and she does not have the face for it, and I don't have the heart to tell her.
A lot of people look like a bull with the fucking thing, and like, what are you trying to do? Let's just grab a rope with a fucking hook. Here you come, Bessie.
I'm still gonna probably end up getting it done.
Yeah, well, it's up to you. Look, at the end of the day, nobody can tell you what to do with your body. You want to
No, it's up to my chat. It's my next follow goal, I think. They get to pick my next piercing. So I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 options, and yeah, I have a baseball bat, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that used for protection?
It has my name on it
Ah,
because
what are you, Harley Quinn?
yeah, probably a lot of my exes would probably argue that at least. That's
I've
really
been
bad.
told.
I live like an hour away from the Baseball Hall of Fame, so it's from there,
Ah,
and
that
it's
makes sense.
engraved with my name and
Want to
stuff.
know how I got these
Because I used to
scars?
play baseball. I used to be a pitcher.
Damn.
Baseball, not softball.
With me, I throw out my rotator cuff if I start throwing pitches. I have a very bad rotator cuff on my right arm.
I just well, girls' shoulders are different, so they're not like you get hurt a lot easier throwing overhand. I was pitching like 75 or 80.
Damn.
My fastball at like 16, and I got told if I kept that up, I would have to get a shoulder replacement before
Yeah, of
I was
course.
30.
Um,
So I was like, I'm done playing.
if I could, we don't have baseball over here, but if I could gauge the speed I could throw a fastball at doing regular, I think around 80 miles per hour, because I have a very powerful throw. Like, I have a very powerful arm, so it's just the fact that if you keep doing that repetitive motion over and over again, your whole tendons and joints in the back of your shoulder to your scapula to your trap and everything else is just going to be gone, destroyed. That's what happened with boxing with me. So I was doing a repetitive motion of this hyperextending. The nerve actually ended up getting trapped under my shoulder blade. I ended up with numbness in my wrist for a while and tendonitis in my elbow on this side. So I was in consistent pain. I was out of the gym for 3 months, gave up boxing completely.
Tendonitis.
Cricket is
I thought you said we have chicken instead.
Cricket is UK, not Irish. We don't have a cricket team. We have rugby and Gaelic football and hurling. I don't have cricket.
Nah, I like chicken better.
Chicken.
I like Irish football.
That's Gaelic. Yeah. Gaelic football is hand football, basically. You actually have a football in it. That's why I call it soccer.
It's like European handball kind of.
Basically, with a big ass soccer ball or football or whatever you want to call it. It's very dangerous.
I call soccer football because American football is
all right,
dumb
what did you find out
football.
after you shaved your beard? Let's hear this. I'm
What I
intrigued.
found out.
I'm guessing he found out that he doesn't look good with a shaved beard.
I know how that feels. You don't have a chin! Oh no! Oh no!
I don't have a chin.
Oh
I feel like we need an update photo.
no! No, I don't want to embarrass you, so you don't have to put the update photo there. No chin. Fuck. You're not Crimson Chin. Oh god, you're actually going. Alright.
It's okay, Craig doesn't have a chin without a beard either, so he knows how you feel.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, you look better with the beard. Never shave again. Oh yeah, there's the meme.
Never shave.
Don't keep the beard. You look better with it. Yeah, honestly.
The thing is it grows back.
Yeah, at least it actually grows back. I know this from experience on fucking up trims. So trust me on that. So, actually, speaking of beards, which do you prefer? A guy with a beard or a guy without a beard?
Beard.
Yeah.
Beard.
Beard shows
zero hesitation.
Why do you think a beard, though? Why do you prefer a beard? I mean,
okay, so sorry, Scott, Susie. I was just like, I have my opinion. Obviously, there are people that do not look good with beards.
yes, there are.
Santiago Cabrera is a fantastic actor example who he looks better clean shaved.
All right,
and the guy from nope, never mind. He looks better with a beard too. Most of the time, people look better with a beard. It's also like the whole like manly vibe, like the whole like he actually does physical things, like can go chop down a tree and like make a fire and that.
Man
sort
make
of stuff.
fire.
Like,
Man
right,
have beard.
I don't know, like if it's too well kept, if it's too so like for these guys, this gay couple I'm friends with, it's great for them because like that's what I feel like. Gay people are like, oh yeah, like look at this perfectly lined, trimmed, well-kept beard that fades perfectly into my faded hair and really nice pompadour and everything. They really care about it and looks good. For me, I don't find that attractive in a straight guy. There is for me over
grooming.
Over grooming, thank you, that's it. But I do think a beard is just more attractive.
What about you, Susie, then? What's your
reason? I agree 100%. I just like, not to say that there can't, if you don't have a beard, you're not attractive. It's just that with me, my type more involves around a beard, and it's anywhere from like a little beard to not super big, because the bigger the beard gets and the longer it gets, then it starts to go in like, okay, Santa Claus, here's one of my for Christmas, you know.
Hey, sit
What
on my
about,
lap.
like,
Sit on
keep
my
it
lap.
nice?
I'll give you something for Christmas.
What were you saying, Jesse?
I
Sorry.
was gonna say people with the big long beards, like they tend to let it go and not keep it nice. Like if you see like,
Wait.
so they have beard competitions. Like if you see those and see the guys with the big beards that they oil it every day and take really,
Oh,
really,
yeah, yeah.
really great care of it, like those are phenomenal.
I usually do
Yeah.
that myself.
Most everyday people that get these really long beards do not care for it like that, and
Yeah,
then
they
it starts to look like not ratchety. That's too ghetto.
It just looks.
Okay.
It looks rough. It just looks like.
Yeah,
It looks like
just
you're
doesn't
homeless.
look as nice.
Looks like you're homeless.
So you were talking about the whole manly vibe that that's why you like the beard. When you said that, I immediately went to like a lumberjack for some
Yeah,
reason. I'm like,
exactly.
what?
So.
But that's not what I was thinking originally. It's going back on the whole suits and like wanting the guys, like, if we're gonna bring a trend back, like the suits and the fedoras and all that, like not a full thick beard, but like kind of like a beard that Craig has right now, maybe a little bit longer with the suit and the fedora. If you can pull it off, damn.
Exactly. I gotta try that
like,
out though. Try out a fedora though. I've been always told to get a fedora, so maybe I
yeah.
might. So me, I think a beard shows maturity for one, because a guy with a baby face, in my opinion, is more inclined to be a fuckboy than a guy with a beard. For the reason why I'm going to say this is because most guys with beards don't even have time for anything, really. They just want to relax or do lumberjack and shit or stuff like that. You know, have hobbies. But most guys that are clean shaven are the ones that are out partying all the time, thinking that's what women find attractive and everything else. And it does have a certain type of girl that does like a guy that's shaven. So it's just like, it depends on what you're going for, really. And I hate myself without a beard. I need at least some sort of face there, because I look terrible without one, in my honest opinion. All right, anyway, let's read these comments.
But like Jesse said, though, not everybody can pull off the beard.
I can, lucky enough. Because if I couldn't, I'd be fucked.
As Tyler looks, sadly, he has to shave for his job, but Shim looks phenomenal with the beard, and he can grow a great one, and he has to shave it every like 2 weeks because it gets too long.
So,
and then I call him a man baby because that's what he looks like.
So Denise doesn't trust me when I say his beard will grow back. It will. Beards are better than baby face, 100%. Imagine that a beard that just looks like hair. Like if you use one of those fancy shampoos on it. You should always shampoo your beard. 100% shampoo
and
the
condition
beard.
it if you're gonna have a lady friend over.
And also
nice
use
and
the beard oil as well. It helps moisturize under, especially when you get a thicker beard. The oil actually helps exfoliate the skin, moisturize the skin, all that. It just keeps it nice, and it makes the beard
breaking out underneath it.
And it makes the beard really soft. Really, really soft.
Foam it a little bit. Make sure there's no food in the beard.
Hey, sometimes you want leftovers for later. What you mean?
I'm talking about, especially if you have a lady friend coming over. No,
but maybe she wants a bit of that egg you were having already.
Or guy friend.
Or guy, yeah.
Or anything friend. It doesn't matter.
Hey, look, sometimes it's good to have leftovers. You might get hungry and just go,
I guess the only time it's okay to leave food in your beard is if you have a dog that you're hanging out with, just the dog for the night.
What about if the dog eats your beard? You're just there, here, the beard is gone. The dog has your beard.
Fine, then get a pet monkey that'll pick through it.
Oh, God, no. We're not talking about ladyboys now. Each to their own, but I'm not interested in that. I have no issue with it, but that's not my cup of tea.
So, something going with, on the trend of hair, I guess this is more so directly at Susie than it can be at Craig. Happy trails. Yay or nay?
What the hell's happy trails?
Ooh,
the hair that runs from the belly button down to your member.
Oh, you mean the
yeah.
hair? Okay, yeah, chest hair.
That depends, honestly, because if you can pull it off, great. I have seen some guys like, damn, but then I have seen some guys where it's like, shave it because it
looks terrible.
No.
Like,
yeah,
because I was watching Love Island.
Oh, for
and
the
all
love,
the guys on there.
No. All right,
it's such a good show.
No, it is
all
not.
the guys on. Yes, it is. It's phenomenal. It's so bad, it's good, and it's even the UK version. So.
Oh, jeez, even worse.
Yeah. No, the American one is the worst. The UK one's the best.
They're all bad.
Chester's fine. It's the happy
good.
trail.
So the trail is what goes from here down.
But
to...
so the one guy had a happy trail and he was killing it, and all the other guys on there told him like, "Oh no, like girls are gonna get the ick if you have that.
Bullshit.
Like, get rid of it." And I'm like, "Absolutely not. He looked great with it." And they're all sitting there telling him he doesn't, and I was like, "Shut up."
I would show.
It's because they're jealous they can't pull it off.
I would show my hair, but I might get banned off Twitch. I'm always worried about getting banned off Twitch for showing too much skin. But I do have a lot of chest hair and stuff like that. Right now, it's still growing back from when I trimmed it down to get a picture on Instagram. Obviously, to look more aesthetic, you want less hair. This is just honest, but like, I usually have a lot of chest hair and shit like that. Not ashamed of it. It's normal. Chest hair is natural.
Shim looks like he's wearing a sweater.
That's too much. You see, that's when you need to worry about trimming it down. You know.
Well, and it's trimming it doesn't even work. It grows back. I told him he just needs to go get it lasered and shaped the way he wants it.
He needs to be a bear.
He's just a werewolf.
Follow, by the way.
He's a war dog.
Hey,
Ryu.
Thank you for the follow, Ryu. I love the way it comes up twice on this screen because I have browser.
Ryu's a buddy from my stream.
If you have any topics, by the way, guys in chat, let us know. We will talk about it. I'm still trying to figure out more topics to talk about. Oh, okay.
We're just here like goggling on like these happy trails and whatnot.
I have one. What is the first thing you notice in the sex you're attracted to when you're going for that sex? What is the first thing you notice?
Height.
Height, okay.
Because I'm shallow.
Interesting. It's not about being shallow. Height is
it's
not a shallow thing.
Yeah.
So women actually.
It's only shallow because people make it shallow.
Women like to feel protected, and somebody that's taller than them is going to make them feel more protected than somebody that's shorter than them.
Yeah, Love Island. Let's talk about that. I'm with you, Steven. Let's go.
Please
Let's
no.
I have actually never watched it, so
yeah,
I wouldn't know.
I will never watch it. No, it's terrible.
I've never watched
bad.
it. I won't.
I will give you my Hulu login, and you can watch all the seasons.
Hulu.
Oh, it's on there. So is the Aussie version.
Please no.
It's pretty good too. So the thing with the height is I'm 5'8" without shoes on. So if I want to wear heels, I'm at least 6 foot, 6'1". So it's like I'm not really like I'm okay dating a guy who's like 5'10" or 5'11" and wearing the little bit shorter heels, but like I'm not gonna date somebody that's my height. Because then if I want to get dressed up and stuff, I'm now like 4 inches taller than them. Like no, like and so I 5'1" or taller. Like my ideal height is 6'4" or 6'1" or higher.
Yeah. So for me, I'm
so
6 foot on the button. Like I used to be 6'2". My spine is slightly compressed. I would be 6'2", but I need to get that kind of way. That's from years of bad posture, by the way. If you have shitty posture, fix your fucking posture because your spine will compress and it becomes very painful. The other thing as well is a lot of women do feel more protected with a guy that is taller than them, and also why a lot of men would feel demasculated when they're smaller than a girl. Like straight up, they feel like I'm not good enough for this person because my height.
Small dog syndrome.
Small Down syndrome. We're about to say no. It is not. That's
if you're a short guy. Yeah, if you're a short guy, you need to make sure you're confident in that, especially if you want a taller woman, because yeah. But I agree with you, Jesse. That's like the second thing I noticed.
But what's the first thing?
It's always the eyes, because the eyes is what you can tell if they're being sincere or whatever.
Oh, see, I'm talking about like from across the room where like eyes wouldn't necessarily be a factor because you're not close enough.
Okay, so if it's across the room, then yes, height. If they're close enough, then yes, the eyes.
So Denise asked the question: Is it bad as a dude to be into small girls? No, Jesus, no. Fuck it, hell no. Like at the end of the day, if you like women that are smaller than you, fuck it. Why would you want a girl that's taller than you? If you're 6 foot and the girl is like 6'4", how you doing?
Unless that's your thing.
Unless that's your thing, exactly. Like that's fine. If you're into smaller girls, think about Thor. Do you know the mountain that in Game of Thrones? He's just 7 foot tall. His girlfriend's like 5'6".
Yeah, and if you look at a picture of them, he must break her in half every time they do it. I'm sorry.
Unless he's got a small ding-a-ling.
When they stand there, it doesn't matter. It's just the sheer force that you can ram into her.
He'll drive her through the wall.
Jetpack. I love that.
He's going through the wall with her. There's nothing left. That wall is going bye-bye. The bed is going through.
It's like if you read the Twilight books, it's like Emmett and Rosalie when they first got married and they cooked up so hard they broke down their house. That's what I imagine they do.
Or he just has weights under the bed so the bed doesn't move. You know, like big ass fucking plates. No, actually, Thor though looks amazing now. He's after cutting down some load of weight. He's shredded.
He is. He cut down a bunch.
And he's going to be boxing Eddie Hall, like two strongmen at the end of the day. And Eddie Hall, I'd give you a good one about. So I was watching one of his YouTube videos. Now, you know the pad that they put on their stomach and chest so they can protect when they're taking body blows? So they're taking body blows, you know, that padding? You know what I'm talking about. It's like the big bodysuit kind of thing that the sparring partner would put on. So Eddie Hall has such power, he punched with the guy in that and he gave him internal bleeding.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So we're saying that decreases the impact of a punch by about 40 to 60%, if not more. And he managed to make the guy have internal bleeding with that. So Eddie Hall has a shit ton of power. Twilight's unreal. Oh, Jesus, good lord. The one has resting bitch face the whole fucking series.
She doesn't even have resting bitch face. She looks literally constipated and confused the entire movie.
She's like...
It's like the worst acting. And it's not even her. It was like the director telling her to act like that.
Twilight ruined vampires. Vampires do not glow in sunlight. They burn, motherfucker.
Excuse you. They don't glow. They glisten.
Oh, same fucking thing. They don't do that. They burn. Watch Blade. Watch 30 Days a Night. Watch this shit. You know, vampires cannot survive daylight. And then Twilight comes in. We're just gonna glitter.
Actually, in Supernatural, they don't burn in daylight either. So
that is true. But that Supernatural is a great show. Can't doubt that. Twilight is not good.
It stayed on way too long.
It did. They were supposed to end at the sixth season. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're okay. I was gonna say the Twilight books were like fine. They weren't like, it's not like it was like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, or the Hunger Games, or one of those that like, oh yeah, I definitely 100% recommend it. But like the books were fine. It was one of those like, it was nice to read, to get on the hype train and like talk about. I'm big into books, so I like, that's what I talk about with my friends and stuff. But then the movies were just, oh my god, the fact that they didn't stop after the first couple is what makes them so bad.
That is the problem when things outstay their welcome. Like the Hunger Games, for instance. I only watched like the first two Hunger Games and I couldn't watch anymore after.
Oh, great.
Well, that's because it's based on a movie. Yeah, that's because it's based on a books. The movies just, they couldn't include it all. That's always the problem. They need to stick with book to TV show adaptations.
How far are we into the stream? How long? I'm sorry.
149.
All right, 149. I gotta do my midstream sponsor shout out. Okay, is everybody ready for this shit? All right, this stream is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Go check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. You know, 400 odd characters, good graphics. It's pretty fun if you like that sort of game. Not my type of game, unfortunately, but if you're new, please download it. It does help me out. We have 10 people that downloaded already, new accounts, whatever. Anyway, there we go. Let's get back to the topic. Sorry to interrupt you. I had to do the midstream shout out. What were you saying, Jesse?
Your face.
The Hunger Games, the books, phenomenal. The movies, like I said, they just need to stick to books being TV show adaptations. Look at Game of Thrones. It was absolutely phenomenal until they got ahead of the books and started making stuff up for themselves.
Yeah, we're not talking about Mamma Mia. Please just shoot me if you want to bring up
Mamma Mia.
We're not going to talk about Mamma Mia. I do want to bring up a different series then. Let's talk about the Marvel versus DC when it comes to movies and shows. So I literally have this conversation with the guy that I take care of for work because he is a huge fan of them as well.
All right.
And the one thing that I've noticed is when it comes to Marvel, they make great movies.
True. 100%.
Their TV shows are nothing compared to their movies.
Yeah.
With DC, it's the exact opposite. They make great TV shows.
But shitty movies.
Their movies are nothing compared to their TV shows. Yeah. But it's like, if they can, like, the only thing that I wish that DC would do when it comes to, like, their shows is, like, you know how with DC, they had the Flash, Supergirl, Arrow, they all crossed over with each other.
Different crossover tomorrow.
Can we point out this bad perspective here? DC movies are much better than Marvel?
No. DC movies are horrible. DC makes great TV shows, horrible movies.
There's a reason why there's been 7 Batmans.
Yeah, exactly. Marvel
4 Supermans.
Make so much more better movies. Iron Man, fucking The Avengers, Captain America, as like the list goes on. Black Panther, which I actually have never got a chance to watch.
That one's really good.
I know, I've heard about it. I just never got a chance to watch it because I want to watch. I've missed a lot of Marvel movies. I want to watch them. No, they're not. Okay, no, bad, Denise, bad.
Bad
Chadwick
Denise,
Baldwin's 1 year anniversary for dying was yesterday or today.
Yeah. Unfortunately, look, it happens.
Yeah.
It can happen at any point. That's why I'm saying to everybody that doesn't take risks, start taking risks, because at the end of the day, you don't know what can happen. You could walk out and have a heart attack, have a stroke, get your nose bitten, or get hit by a bus.
Your nose
bitten. But like I was saying though, with the DC TV shows,
God, please,
they had the crossovers, and they made it to where it was good. But like after the whole crossovers, after Arrow died down, it's like, why couldn't, when they reference Marvel more than they reference their own shows?
Okay.
Like, especially when it comes to Flash, you get more Spider-Man, Hulk references than you do like Arrow or anything like that. And it's like, if they need the help, they're part of the Justice League. Like, why don't they have more like crossover episodes? Even if it's 5 minutes where like Flash goes into Supergirl, Black Lightning goes into Flash. Like, why don't they show this? It makes the show so much better, and they don't.
Suicide Squad. The second one is actually supposed to be really good from what I've heard. Sorry, Susie, off you go.
They don't exist.
Suicide Squad is good.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't. I said it in a meaning it was not
know,
good.
yeah. I enjoyed it, but it's just as a switch-off type of movie. Justice League was fucking terrible. Horrendously bad movie.
The issue with Suicide Squad is they cut out all of the Harley Quinn and Joker stuff.
Yeah, and Joker was pissed off about that because it didn't make his character look stupid.
I will agree with what Denise just said, though. I'm the same. I stopped watching Marvel movies about 4 or 5 years ago. They need to move on to something new.
Yes.
They need to move on to a new storyline. This one is getting outplayed.
I agree 100% with that part, but like,
that one, yes.
What I would like them to do is another Guardians of the Galaxy, because I do enjoy the movies. They are really good. I don't care what anybody says.
They're doing another one. It's 95% gonna. Dave Bautista's gonna die in it because he will not sit through the makeup to.
Yeah, I don't blame him on that.
Anymore.
8 hours. They could literally, what they could do to streamline that process.
Takes them 9 hours.
What they could do is streamline that process. Just make him wear a green suit and CGI it on there. I know it wouldn't look as good, but that's a compromise.
They
did it for Ryan Reynolds with the Green Lantern, which is one of his worst fucking roles.
I love that movie.
Yeah, he hated it. He hated
Reynolds
that.
has no bad roles. Let's get that.
No,
straight.
he
It's
even
Ryan
says
Reynolds.
it himself. He hated the movie. He didn't say it like he hated it himself. He hates that movie.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
That is his own words.
But I'm just saying, just because he hated it, I'm saying Ryan Reynolds himself has no bad roles. He has bad movies, just no.
Yeah,
bad
no,
roles.
I'm not. I never said it was a bad role. I just said he hated the movie himself. That's coming from his own mouth.
Wanna who else is like that? Who like he's never maybe he's had a bad movie but never a bad role is Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, who's that?
Yes.
Who's that?
Ant-Man.
Super good.
I haven't never watched Ant-Man actually.
Okay, so before Ant-Man,
Grandma's Boy. He was in Grandma's Boy.
Was he? I tried.
Yeah,
to
he was
block
the
that
main
movie out of
character.
my
He was the main
mind.
character. He was in there touching a Barbie doll, masturbating to the fucking thing, and then his grandma comes.
Yeah, that's not him.
Are you
That's
sure?
not him. Yeah, Paul Rudd is in like what is it? Yes Man with Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Can somebody look up?
Yeah, he's in that.
Can somebody look up that movie that I just said and see who it was?
Grandma's
This is
Boy.
40.
Yeah, is
I Love You, Man. Knocked
I Love
Up.
You, Man. That's what
I
was
Love You,
trying
Man
to
was a
think
good
of.
movie. Yeah.
The 40-Year-Old
that's
Virgin.
him.
I never got a chance to watch 4-Year-Old Virgin either.
I've never seen it either.
Steve
He
Carell.
was on a few. Oh, okay, Friends. He was Phoebe's husband. That's who he is.
I've never watched Friends.
I've watched all of Friends, and I do not remember him ever being in it. I've watched Friends through twice.
Grandma's Boy is Alan Cover.
Ah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They look similar,
No,
though, don't they? Or am I just fucking crazy?
He was Phoebe's
No,
husband.
you're
She got married at the end of the
crazy.
seasons. That's who he is.
Do you know who's a good actor that's fallen off in years? Though, is Ben Stiller.
Not a fan.
I was of his older work, like Meet the Parents, Night at the Museum. I enjoyed them. The rest has just been subpar.
I'd say Night at the Museum are the only ones of his I ever liked. The other person that I don't like that was always really popular is Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler had good roles like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and that. Like, but other than that, he.
Like how you listed like the only two that are like decent.
Exactly.
50 First Dates is
50
good.
First Dates, but you just got to think about that though. She's got amnesia, and he marries her, and then that's a bit wrong.
Goes through it every single day.
Yeah, that's a bit wrong in my opinion. To the
But she
point.
falls back in love with him every day, and that's why
50 First
he was
Dates is
okay
creepy.
with
I
marrying
agree
her.
with you 100%. This is where we're at with this. Like, they have a kid, and I'm like,
Yeah, the kid is
you
weird.
see, You see, the problem with the movie is if somebody has amnesia, they shouldn't be like left do that, because that's forgetting every
But
day.
she wasn't left to do that. It was, like, the dad and him. Like, I'm not saying it's not I can't think of his name. But like the dad was there too. The best Adam Sandler role though is Waterboy.
Oh yeah, Waterboy was great as well.
But he
I
has so
posted
many
who
bad
Paul
ones,
Rudd was
like,
in your general chat on your Discord.
What's that?
I said I posted who Paul Rudd was in your
Oh yeah, no, I
general chat
remember.
on your
I
Discord.
remember him now. General. If we go up to general here, for anybody that's wondering, I actually have to go to Google, YouTube for. Yeah, no, we look at it afterwards. I know who he is anyway. I remembered.
I was just listening.
But yeah, no, it's just like there's the thing about a lot of actors is, especially with Adam Sandler, he redoes the same role for nearly every single movie. There is actually one other good movie with Adam Sandler, and it's Bedtime Stories. If you have not watched that, I would recommend it.
I didn't love it.
It's not bad though. It's a good movie.
It's not bad.
Click wasn't bad either. Click is watchable.
See, I thought Click was horrible.
It's watchable though. That's what I'm saying. Like it has its funny moments. Grown Ups as well. Grown Ups 1 and 2 are funny.
I haven't seen that.
You know who I miss? Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's more gone into more serious roles in the last while.
Well, and he's been reflecting on himself a lot too.
He's got mental health issues in a big way.
Yeah, he did what's the one where it's like celebrities in cars with that one host where they go down a drive together and talk?
Karaoke with like the Gordon guy or whatever his name is.
Yeah. James Gordon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never got a chance to watch that.
Yeah. So Jim Carrey did it with him, and he opened up a lot on that about needing to take time for himself, and he actually let him come into his house and see. He does a bunch of painting, and they're all really weird, of course. And but he opened up in that episode of that show about needing time and just what it's like being in the public and being judged by everyone constantly. And so that was an interesting one if you ever get the chance to watch it.
Exactly. Like, the way I see it is a lot of celebrities get too much pressure put on them. They're human beings at the end of the day, with paparazzi, all this other bullshit, and it's just like, you gotta give them a break. Like, if I ever get to the point where I get quote-unquote famous, or any of us here ever get quote-unquote famous, I do not want cameras in my face consistently. I'll sign autographs, I'll talk to people, like, whatever you want, but don't shove cameras in my face. I'm not a very photogenic person. Not that, I honestly ain't. I hate photos. But big.
Maybe that's what he's saying. You're just famous over there.
I'm not famous here at all.
I say it in Russia. Are you in Russia?
I think he's the only Russian viewer I have.
I'm Russian.
You're part Russian.
No matter, I still got Russian in me.
Привет, как дела?
Yeah, привет. But yeah, so when people wonder why celebrities get pissed off at the paparazzi, for instance, Eminem, I was listening to a podcast, the PKA podcast yesterday, and Eminem just wanted to make sure his daughter was all right in the bathroom, and a guy comes in and asks for an autograph in the bathroom. It's like, yo, hold up, that's not right. That's fucking ridiculous. You can't be doing that. He's a human being after all. Yes, he's famous. Yes, he makes music, but he's still a human. You can't. A lot of people dehumanize celebrities into thinking that.
Yeah.
The same way with streamers as well. A lot of people dehumanize streamers, thinking they don't have a life outside the stream, and they don't get down, and they don't have emotions, and then it puts a lot of pressure on the streamer to always be in this happy mode. 95 to 98% of the time, I'm in this happy mode. There is certain times where I'm not happy. But I will still come on and try and do a stream to, cheer myself up or whatever. Thank you for the honk. Whoever that was. Oh, Susie. Okay. But the point being is, wait. People are watching the stream. People are waiting for your stream. People are chatting the stream. Your Discord. You guys are fans. There's random people like me or anybody. We are just random people, though. People waiting to chat. You're a fan. Yeah.
Like, I'll be right back.
But at the end of the day, I'm still just a normal person. I'm just not afraid to be me. Me is me. This is me. I'm a goofy motherfucker a lot of the time, but I'm also very sensitive. That's what a lot of people are missing, which we discussed earlier. They are missing the humanity inside themselves. they've lost it along the way from being bullied or being the bully or just being an asshole online, because you can get away with it very easy in games. Like, you can chat shit to people. Think about it, Smite. People can type in all sorts of shit. People can fucking be absolutely ignorant to you, and it just comes down to people are afraid to be themselves, and they take it out on other people because they're afraid. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not ever going to change who I am, because at the end of the day, if I change who I am, it's going to reflect on the stream that I'm a different person than you came to meet. You know?
Oh, I forgot to mute my mic.
Wow, I can't type.
I know that feeling. People from
You
America.
are what?
Oh, I'm just reading the comments. People from America and England know who you are, which means you're basically world famous. Wait, England and the US are the two parts of the world? That's it? That's all that exists?
Yep, there's no Ireland.
Hey,
Americans and me.
I think I have
England-
somebody from every continent other than Antarctica, of course.
nobody
Pretty
from
sure.
Iceland, from what I know.
That's not a continent; it's a country.
I know it's a country. I'm just thinking. I'm trying to think of countries that I have
Yeah.
viewers in. Yeah, I just fucking like. At the end of the day, I'm never going to change who I am for anyone, because I just hate being fake. I've done it for a long time. I had to be fake for a long time. You know, you had to pretend you were happy even though you were sad around people.
You're not wrong, Grant.
Yeah, according to
According to every movie.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's
much.
only two places that ever exist. Like, there is Irish movies out there that, of course, are in Ireland. Like, over that, but they're very few and far between these days. I can't stand
Irish film, but Tristan and Isolde takes place in Ireland, and that's one of my favorite.
I just can't stand
Part of it.
Irish acting. It's way too overacted. It honestly is. Irish acting is horrendously bad. Like, I'm not even joking on that point.
I'm trying to think of specifically Irish. Like, I know Irish actors like Owen Mackin. I'm a big fan of him, but I don't know if I've ever seen a show that was like developed and written and made all in Ireland.
I'm trying to think of the name of the shows.
Sorry, I gotta go ban somebody on my stream.
Why is that? Bot?
Oh, it's one of the hate bot.
Oh, you got one of the hit
Mine's-
bots. Damn.
Yeah,
How do you know?
The names.
I just got an email on for Twitch, and the name that I saw was it was one of the hate bot channels.
What's the name?
So,
Can somebody check?
It's like Haas.
Oh, the hoss ones.
something.
Yeah, I'm banning all the hosses that come in.
Yeah.
There's so many. I am so sick of bots. I'm so.
I have
sick
a couple of those that I haven't banned, but I don't know how to go back in and look at the names and ban them. So
Yeah, I'm
just if they pop up in my chat, I'll do it then.
Exactly, because I'm honestly sick to the teeth of these new bots coming in day out, following you, and then it's like, really, like, this is what you're gonna fucking do? It's annoying, because I honestly want to genuinely reach real viewers, not fucking bots.
Right.
Like, if I lucky enough, I haven't had the whole bots coming in trying to sell me viewers in a long time. You know?
Oh, I get a couple of those like every day.
Mine bans them instantly. My move up bans them instantly, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Like, this is the thing as well. I've had people come in when doing Try Not to Laugh challenge, which I haven't done in a while. Lucky enough, I have mods. Like, my mods check out the links they post before I do, because one person tried to post a video of the N word. Yeah, that's why you have to be careful. That's a lot of the reason why I won't do stuff with a lot of viewers, because viewers can come into troll, and then all of a sudden you're screwed because they use racist slurs or they use all that, and I get worried about that, and that's quite possible. I will play with, like, when I'm playing Smite or Rogue Company or something like that, not a problem. But if I'm doing, say, a Try Not to Laugh, I have to be very careful. Or I was thinking of doing like a Jackbox or a talent show which was what I was thinking of. Them thinking it's a bad idea, because you get one of them motherfuckers that will come on and just moon the camera or some shit like that, and then get you banned, or whip their dick out or their tits out or whatever the fuck, and then you're banned because they had nudity, and nudity is forbidden.
Butts aren't nudity. Everybody has butts.
If they show the hole,
Yeah.
yeah, that's nudity. Okay.
If you show your hole, that's something else.
That's bravery.
You
right
got no
there.
modesty.
Yeah.
You got no. It reminds me of American Pie 2. I think when they're going up to the cabin and all you see is an ass out the window. Don't know if you ever watched American Pie.
Is that the one where he super glues his hand to himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put both hands up.
It's like,
I can't. I'm
Heck
glued
yeah.
to myself. One of the
Sucks so
funniest
bad.
scenes either. Yeah, right. I don't know. Any more topics? How long have we been live? Over 2 hours now, I'm assuming.
2 hours.
Two,
Yeah.
2-7.
2:07.
Not bad. All right, anybody have any other topics they want discussed or anything? Hey, you two, stop. Other than my cat's arguing. Stop it. Fuzzy,
Stop.
pause.
I
Hey,
said
did I
stop.
steal up off this chair? Yeah, did I steal up off this chair? Then stop. You're supposed to be brothers. Stop arguing. Anyway, sorry, arguing with my
The
cats.
little moon face.
Millie, now why are you setting off? Anyway, yeah, so any more topics or anything like that before we end up? Because I have nothing else really to talk about this week. I think that should cover everything, really.
We should just next week should be an hour of talking about Love Island.
No.
You guys have all week to catch up on this season.
No.
Technically,
Yeah.
I don't because I'm working. Like, today's my only day off because I got a new job.
You have all
So-
week to watch one episode of this season to see what it's about.
I know exactly what it's about, and I am not putting myself through that torture.
Okay, so Shim says that all the time too. I'm not watching that stupid show with you. I'm not watching that stupid show with you. He'll get home, and I'll have it on, and he'll sit down and watch like 3 episodes. He'll be like, wait, why is this guy with that girl? She's such a bitch. She should be with her. And he gets more into it than I am. Every time without fail. Every time.
God damn it.
Just give it the chance.
That's pressure. That's all that is. He's like, yeah, I just have to sit here and watch this. Yeah.
And then so we were talking about like old seasons, and he brought up the Australia season. He's like, yeah, that one girl was with the guy with all the tattoos and blah blah. And I'm like, I don't remember this. And he literally was like, yeah, her name's Cartier, and he's blah 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 blah. And I was like, holy crap, the fact that you remember this better than I do is
That's a little
right
bit
now.
fucking ridiculous.
When he's so set against watching it. So that's how I know he actually likes it.
Yeah, true. All right, I think that's a good place to end for today. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Now I got to go back to Discord, not Discord, Streamlabs, and hope this doesn't freeze. Yeah, it freezes as usual. You can probably still hear us, though. But this always happens where we will freeze on... I don't understand why when I swap back to Discord, it does this. All right, Discord. Absolutely. All right, I will catch
Because
you all
it
later.
doesn't like you, obviously.
Fair enough.
Duh.
Catch you all later. Have a
Thank
good
you, niece.
day, good evening, good night.
Bye.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Those are